888-848 to get scheduled today. The sooner you act, the sooner you'll be on the path to better health. Hepatitis C treatment, now available locally. Get tested, get treated, and get cured at North Arkansas Regional Medical Center. Your Morning Rush Daily Question coming up here on ESPN 1043. HitThatLine.com or Hit That Line Now app, powered by Taco Bell.
In Arkansas, 7 out of every $10 placed on a sports
50, 101.
Saracen offers more ways to win, more ways to get paid, and faster. Find your rules at Bet Saracen. Look for my double R prop bet special. Come and you win them.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
When your carpets, upholstery, and floors look dirty and stained, call your local Service Master Clean at 646-4087. Service Master Clean is an industry leader and can remove the toughest stains from your home or office. And they back their work with a satisfaction guarantee. Eliminate dirt and grime from your carpet, hardwood, tile, and laminate floors. Call your local Service Master Clean, 479-646-4087. That's 646-4087 or online at servicemasterpc.com.
On a cattle ranch, calves aren't only raised by their mother, they're raised by a community of farmers, ranchers, and veterinarians committed to giving them the healthiest, most comfortable life possible. Because for cattle farmers, ranchers, and the moms of those baby calves, animal welfare is the top priority. Together, we bring more. Beef, it's what's for dinner. Funded by beef farmers and ranchers. This message courtesy of the Arkansas Beef Council and Beef, it's what's for dinner.com.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
Do you get to that special, like that nirvana state? You know, I hear people that do yoga, they talk about they have this like awakening.
Very quickly for me.
No, I'm sincere in my question. We're all looking for that. I like to talk to people who found it and discover how they've done it. You know, your runners talk about the runner's high. I've obviously never gotten there. Is there a yoga high? I guess is what I'm asking.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
That was a call play, and I called it, Chuck.
Back to Save Sports Radio.
I'm ready to roll right now,
Can you believe we're doing this?
This brings back.
Just like old times.
This is getting ridiculous, Bo Mattingly.
Northwest Arkansas is growing. It deserves an intelligent sports radio.
Two ball play guys with a face for radio.
Here is Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
Well, it's day 2 for us in the studio without Bart.
Oh,
He's got COVID.
It's awful.
I called it. I told you Monday.
You know, I was so concerned, Chuck, about the show that I failed to ask Bart, is the proverbial, is there anything I can do for you? Like, I was just on to the next thing. Like, well, we got to do this now.
Everyone knows it's a rhetorical question because there's nothing you can do. When you feel bad, there's nothing anybody can do for you.
You go like,
it's like,
Panera,
get away.
get
Go
some
away.
soup, put
Let
it by
me,
the
like,
front door.
Be by myself. Don't talk to me.
I guess with DoorDash now, the need.
You don't even have to be
for
sick.
you bringing me soup. Right.
Yeah.
Right. You don't even need it. Exactly. Yeah, we're all taken care of.
I'm going to send some soup over to you.
Can you make
via
it to the
DoorDash.
door? Yeah. Can you make it to the door?
Yeah.
I know it arrived. They took a picture and sent it to me. What do you mean it's not there? Well, you got a crappy neighbor.
That's
They
right.
were hungry too.
I hope Bart feels better. And, you know, here's the thing. I mean, I'm just going to raise a health concern right here.
Oh, boy.
Bart's had COVID. Edwards had COVID. I don't understand all this. These are the only two people these are the two closest people in my life, even going back to 2020, that have had COVID. I mean, what have you guys been doing? Where do you guys hang out?
Are you saying we're close, Chuck?
Well, I mean, you know, we have a close proximity to one another. I see you every day.
That was a revelation.
Wow.
That was nice.
Because he stopped. He paused.
Yeah.
And it was like Edward and Bart are the two closest people in my life. Here I've been.
I should have said working life.
I was going to say I've been since August just trying to get somewhere in the vicinity.
Yeah, well, you've not had COVID. You've not had COVID. I'm not saying these guys are like we're tight. I'm just saying in terms of people who've actually had COVID, you know, I've been in the same room with. This is as close as it's gotten.
What's the deal with COVID?
I don't understand.
Can we get a doctor on the show? What's happening?
I don't know, but it's
a team doctor.
Yeah, we need a show.
We
need
do.
the official show doctor.
We do.
We need someone to come in and advise us.
Dr. Parker would maybe help us.
Maybe so.
Maybe we'll send him over.
We need help.
Yeah.
Because evidently,
DoorDash
there's a problem. Evidently, there's a problem with where these guys are hanging out.
Dr. Dash. Yeah, where are they hanging
I mean, I don't know, but they're bringing COVID into the
Pool halls?
studio.
Are y'all at pool halls?
I don't know.
I do think of this in ways that I haven't thought about it in years, not since we were at the height of COVID. Like when you're traveling, or you're in a small room with a lot of people in it. I'm like, man, I hope nobody's got COVID.
Yeah, I haven't even thought about it.
And
I didn't
then-
even know people still got COVID.
I run into people who say, why does anybody get tested for COVID anymore? Why do you even test?
Well,
I mean, you've got the flu. You're sick.
when Edward got it, it should have raised a red flag and sounded the alarm for the rest of us. But obviously,
Well,
Bart.
What would you have done in hindsight?
I would have put on a mask.
In hindsight,
I would have,
yeah.
I would
Would
have
you?
come in here
That
with a
would've sounded
mask
good.
every
I was
day.
never in here. That would've sounded good.
Well, I'm not saying I would have kept it on during the show.
I wasn't doing a show during COVID. What would that have been like wearing a mask? Were people wearing a mask while they were doing the show? Hey, welcome.
I really don't know.
It's the Chuck and Bo Show.
I guess they
Glad you're
were.
here this morning.
Yeah.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Shush. Can I remove my mask only while I'm talking?
Oh, yeah, that's a thick
Just
mask.
like while you're eating and drinking?
That's a thick
You take the mask down while you're eating and
Yeah.
drinking?
You put it right back up.
That's right.
While you're talking.
While you're screaming and
That
yelling
was-
on the air.
That was also the worst, where you would just like you couldn't hear anybody, you like especially for you.
Well-
your ears are blown out from all these decades of
I know.
headphones,
I know.
suppressing sound into your eardrum.
But you think about this. If this was like 4 years ago, and Bart had been diagnosed with COVID, we would have had to have shut the show down. I mean, we would be home. We would be what's the word not sequestered, the word where you quarantined. Yeah, well, it's basically the same
He
thing.
would have told the CDC.
Yeah,
that
he would have
he'd been
told the
around us.
CDC, and we would have had to have told all our friends, and I mean, and before you know it, we're all homebound. And
Don't you be telling anybody you were around me.
Hey.
Don't try to put me on house arrest.
Hey, let me tell you
I
something.
was not around Chuck Barrett. I was not.
I know more than one person who, at the end of that, as it was kind of trailing off, was like, "I've got it, but I'm not telling anybody, and you better not tell anybody either." And
I flew home.
And I flew home yesterday in a plane full of people, and I didn't tell them either.
Well, it did get to a point where it just kind of felt like somebody else was running your life.
I know.
I know. 'Cause I was not around Bart. I don't spend time with him. Just like, I'm fine.
But we spend, 3 hours at the very least around one another every day in a confined area. So when Bart's sick, there's a chance that, some, spreading of germs and stuff like that.
I hope he's okay.
I do. I hope he doesn't die.
should've checked.
I mean, I do. I mean, I hope he doesn't.
Well, he's being
I
sincere.
mean, he was like on death's door Monday. Was it Monday when he was in here?
it was Monday.
Edward told him to go home.
I did. I begged him to go home.
Bart said like 3 words all morning. He was like, ugh.
He need to be a hero.
It's like, Bart, how you feel? Ugh.
Yeah.
How much sleep did you get last night? 1 hour.
Yeah.
Well, go home.
Well, and finally, 8:20, 8:30 came, and he just said, "Okay, that's it." And he just got up. And
I
left.
know. He just walked out.
That was-
Oh, well,
haven't seen
thanks,
him
man.
since.
We could have done
Haven't
this
seen him.
3 hours
I haven't
ago.
seen him since. That's right. Well, good morning.
Actually,
Good
in
morning.
all seriousness, I feel bad for Bart. I hope he feels bad.
I hope he's listening.
And
Well,
he's
I hope he's
not.
asleep.
I hope he's asleep.
Obviously, your home remedy didn't work.
But I told you Monday.
You told him to go home and sweat it out.
I did. Just made it worse.
Hit the son of Bart.
Chuck said, go get as many. Get a couple of hoodies on.
Viruses love heat.
Act
so,
like you're in the Iditarod and then get under the
right.
covers
Yeah.
and just sweat that out.
Yeah. Well, I'm no doctor, but
But it works
I
for
did
me.
call it Monday. I said he's got COVID. You can just tell.
Oh man. He did say yesterday his fever was.
Ugh.
It was.
Fever pitch.
It was like 103 or something.
Really?
I
didn't get that far into the text.
Those.
I just got as far as COVID. And I thought, there we go.
Bart's spilling his guts to the group, and Chuck doesn't even read it.
No, that's not true. Actually, I feel very bad for Bart.
He's sick. Forget it.
No, I feel bad for him.
Well, anyhow, good morning.
Yeah, it's good to see you.
Get Well Bart Day, National Get Well Bart Day, National Puzzle Day, and National Corn Chip Day. And it's Chinese New Year.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I did heard. And Tom Selleck's 80. And that's what's happening.
That's a
Oprah
little hard to
Winfrey's
believe.
71. Oprah. Doesn't
Really?
look a day under, well, a day over. She didn't look a day over 45.
Hey, what was she thinking giving up that Daily Show? I mean, what was she thinking? Really?
How many people can you interview about, just your soul?
Yeah,
your
but
heart?
I mean, she thought she was going to like start that Oprah network, and everything was going to be even bigger and better, and it didn't
She's
work
pretty
out that
big.
way.
She's
I'm not saying she's not
iconic.
big. I'm not saying she's not iconic. I like Oprah. I'm saying that sometimes you get out of your lane. She's a great Daily Show host, and that's what she ought to be doing. That's my feeling.
Not an executive running
She's
a
no.
network.
I'm not saying she's not
not a
good
suit.
at it.
She's
I'm
not
not
a-
saying she's not good at it. I'm just saying.
Well, I don't know
that,
what happened. You're going to enlighten me.
I
I thought she just
saying that,
retired.
no, she didn't.
Well, she just said,
she's going to be
I've worked
an
hard
executive now.
You got all this money?
I guess so.
I'm going to go to
I'm just
dinner
saying.
parties.
I don't even know how we got into this, but I'm
Well,
just
it's her
saying.
birthday.
What is her birthday?
She's 71.
Okay.
That's what happened.
All right.
Yeah.
That was it.
I was a big Blue Nation fan last night.
I
Go
was
Kentucky.
not,
Go
but I should have
Kentucky.
been.
Go Cats.
I mean, it's good for Arkansas that Kentucky won.
Yeah,
I
it's
was
great.
pulling for Tennessee. I've got to admit.
I was pulling
I didn't
for
see
Kentucky.
that coming. I didn't see it coming.
I wanted Kentucky to
Oh,
win.
don't tell me you were sitting
I
there in
did.
your living room
I
going,
was.
"Go Big Blue."
I was.
You were
Yes,
not.
I was, because
Oh,
that's the
come
perfect
on.
thing to have happen before Arkansas comes in there and kicks them between the legs.
I agree it's good for Kentucky to win, but I just find it hard to believe your heart was leading you toward the Big Blue
It was
Nation.
strategic.
last night.
My heart is often strategic.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. It was a
I was
transactional
As
situation.
soon as I saw him up, I'm a front runner. I went with it.
Yeah. Your love is transactional.
Well, when it comes to sports, it sure is. Michael Jordan leaves the Bulls, I'm out.
Well, it was, Tennessee. I mean, what's with all the threes? I got to tell you, I did not see Tennessee being 4-4 in conference play.
Just
There
goes
was
to
not
show
a
you.
point early in the. I mean, we're 8 games into this now. I didn't see Arkansas being 1-7. I sure didn't see Tennessee being 4-4.
Well, I'd like to get into the standings.
Please do.
Yeah, I'd like to.
Let's take a deep dive into
Wow.
the 16-team SEC standings.
Yeah, well,
Do we have music for that?
13.
We can.
13 of them are going to make the NCAA tournament, according to Joe Lenardi.
That's what Wally said.
So
this
does
morning.
does that give you a
Wally
chance?
and Joe Lenardi.
Yeah, well, I mean, which one do you believe more? Or did you just look at both of them and say, there you go.
I have a hard
I'm-
time
I'm in.
believing 13 teams are going to get in.
Auburn's 6-0 in the league. Alabama's 6-1. And then you got Missouri and Florida 5-2. Texas A&M at 5-3. They got a 7-point win at home last night against OU. So I didn't see
Yeah.
the game, but it sounds like
I stayed up and watched
OU went and gave them a run for their money.
They did, but in the end, A&M, I mean, they were at home. A&M was just a little bit better.
So Mississippi State, Vanderbilt, and Kentucky and Ole Miss are all 4-3. And then Tennessee's 4-4. Texas is 3-4. Georgia's 3-5. And OU is 2-5. Those are the teams, apparently, that would make the
I
NCAA
know.
tournament. They're the top 13 teams in the league. So Arkansas, LSU, and South Carolina are trying to get out of purgatory. They're trying to get out of this bottom 3 spot. I mean, anything can happen. Or am I grasping at straws?
I don't know. I mean, I honestly don't know. When I was watching
Thank
the
you for
game
the
last
music.
night.
After I got through
Yeah,
13 teams,
yeah,
you brought it in
yeah,
for
yeah,
The bottom 3.
yeah.
that kind of pre-show planning
That's
that we
right.
missed part
Well,
on.
that's
Well, Chuck says, do we
Also,
have music?
also, the printer
Oh.
guy was up here yesterday doing some work, and it doesn't work.
Uh-oh.
There's no, yeah.
I know.
My
I have to
print
have
job
my papers.
failed.
I have to have my papers.
I can't. I don't know how to read notes off my screen. I've got to have it in hand.
I don't have enough screens.
So we don't have any notes. We don't even have a show today. What are we doing here? We don't even have a show.
The cameras almost failed this morning, too.
Oh, my gosh. Can we get that
What's
fixed?
with the
They're
camera?
brand new.
What's with the camera?
Well, it's radio guys trying to be on camera.
That's
That's
truth,
what's wrong with
yeah.
camera.
That is the truth.
877-377-6963. If you're new to the show, we'd love to hear from you today. Just shake your hand.
Let me go back to what we were talking about there. I was watching this last night, and I saw this Georgia projected as a 10 seed. Now, I got to be honest. I'm not knocking Georgia, but I didn't think that was an NCAA tournament team that came in here the other night.
I'm trying to tell you, this is what I mean. Arkansas is right there.
I'm not disagreeing
Or
with that.
I'm
In fact, I
loony.
agree that it's closer than people realize. But I also think just the simple math in all this is going to leave some teams ultimately with the records like 6-12. I don't know if a 6-12 team's going to get in. I'm not saying they shouldn't. I'm just saying at the end of the day, conference tournaments, whole deal, I don't know. My thought's always been 7 get you in. 7 and 11, you're in. Even though it's just one number, even though it's just one win, psychologically, I just think there's a big gap between 7 and 6 in terms of getting in the NCAA tournament.
Well, in the history of our country, Chuck, we've never
that's a
seen
long
a
history.
year like this in the SEC.
Well, no, you're right.
In the history of our country.
And that's a long, storied history.
This is something that we don't know. It's 6:16. We got to take a break.
All right.
But tell me, am I just out here, rainbows and unicorns? Or does Arkansas have a chance?
Well, you got to beat Kentucky.
Are they out of it?
Got
Or
to
they have
start
a
winning
chance?
games.
Well, you got to win games.
I mean, you got to at some point you got to win some games.
But is it a fact that you only have to win more than LSU and South Carolina and maybe Oklahoma or Georgia?
That may be right.
I don't know.
That may be right.
I don't know. I don't know how the math works. I really don't. But
we're
I
not
just
math
know.
guys.
Well, that's Joe Lunardi's job. That's like if Joe Lunardi says it, I'm just like, okay. Thank you, Professor. Thank you. 877-377-6963. It's going to get up to 60-something on Sunday.
I know. Well, it's balmy out there right
It's
now.
35 in Fayetteville.
Really?
35 in Alma. It's 41 over in beautiful Mountain Home.
Feels warmer than that outside.
Over there
Colder
also.
than that in here, but warmer than that outside.
Yeah. All right, we'll take your calls, text. I know you got plenty to say. Don't hold back. And well-wishing Bart is something. Maybe we'll record some well wishes.
That would be nice.
Bart, I hope you feel better. Like, put that record. Can you just send that to him now? Bart, it's Bo and Chuck. We hope you feel better. Get better soon. Get well.
Don't come back till you're well.
No,
but feel better soon.
Please come back with one of those whatever kind of mask on that they wear at the doctor's office. It's the Chuck and Bo Show, 617. Good morning. I'm not telling you that everything's great. I'm also not willing to say everything's terrible.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
It seems like everything is more expensive this year, but at Pascal Air Plumbing and Electric, we're here to help lighten the load. This new year, enjoy no payments and no interest on all home repairs and replacements. Whether it's fixing that stubborn plumbing issue, replacing an aging heating and air system, or upgrading your electrical, our Pascal pros are here to keep your home running smoothly and stress-free. Visit gopascal.com today to schedule your service. Pascal Air Plumbing and Electric. Professional people, professional service. See dealer for details with approved credit. Restrictions apply.
When you bank at First Security, you're choosing better for yourself and fellow Arkansans. Better service from friendly professionals who really invest in your goals. Better solutions with convenient tools and smart resources. And better support for the things that matter to you, as well as the communities that matter to us all. Because finding your better at First Security makes Arkansas better too. First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
2025 is here, and Fayetteville Auto Park is making it easier than ever to elevate your drive during our New Year sale. Every pre-owned vehicle, hundreds and hundreds to choose from, all with clearance pricing for a limited time. That's right, Fayetteville Auto Park has clearance priced every used car, truck, and SUV in stock. One-owner trades, budget buys, luxury vehicles, off-lease cars, even certified pre-owned, with special finance rates and warranties up to 100,000 miles. Buy now at all 4 Fayetteville Auto Park locations. That's Acura of Fayetteville, Honda of Fayetteville, Toyota of Fayetteville, and Chevrolet of Fayetteville. It's time to drive in 2025, and no one makes it easier than Fayetteville Auto Park. Take advantage of clearance pricing on every pre-owned vehicle now during our New Year's sale. Limited time only at Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. FayettevilleAutoPark.com.
You say, well, that's a tough thing to say. Well, we live in a tough world.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
At Hug Chevrolet Buick GMC, we dial 782-8940.
This is Joe Calderera with Taliano's Restaurant. We call 782-8940.
Keep warm this winter with a York high-efficiency furnace. Or for more information on endless hot water and a high-efficiency tankless water heater, give Blaylock Heating, Air, and Plumbing Services a call at 782-8940.
That's 782-8940.
Since 1992, the Inn at the Mill has welcomed guests to experience the most unique place to stay when visiting Northwest Arkansas. Centrally located at the Johnson exit off I-49, the Inn at the Mill has established a rich tradition of comfort, convenience, and value. Whether it's the big game, business travel, a trip to Crystal Bridges, or a weekend getaway that brings you to Northwest Arkansas, the Inn at the Mill has a spacious room with ample space to spread out. And when I'm there on business, I appreciate the fast, free internet to keep me connected to work and the laid-back European-style breakfast to start the day. Experience unique and different at the Inn at the Mill, just off I-49 at the Johnson exit. Call 479-443-1800 to make your reservation. That's 479-443-1800 or visit innatthemill.com. The Inn at the Mill, where the past meets the present.
If you live near Alex, Alma, Branch, Bloomer, Mountain Burg, or Ozark, Wave Rural Connect Internet may be available to you right now. Wave is now serving a few non-member areas and adding more in the coming months. Check availability online. Sign up.waveruralconnect.com or call 1-833-492-8372. Arkansas Valley Electric and Wave Rural Connect, changing the communities we serve.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
I need Southern Siri. Sometimes when I ask Siri something, she says she can't understand what I'm saying. I think we need more regional Siri so they can understand the dialect.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
So there's a stat making its way around the internet.
Yep.
As they do. Yeah.
Viral.
Yeah. The other day that the SEC, people were talking about it being the best league in the country, but since January 4th, they're 54-54. and people are like,
That's Archie Miller.
See, it's not that good. And where's Archie Miller coaching now?
Like one of the Northeast schools. It's not Vermont. It's
Rhode Island.
Rhode Island. That's it.
He's at Rhode Island. Here's Archie Miller talking about just how tough leagues are because the SEC is 54-54 since January 4th.
Difficult. I heard somebody say the other day, the SEC is the best league in the country, but, in all games they're like 54-54. Somebody said that. I don't know if that's even accurate, but do you know how hard it is in every league, to win? It's just hard to win any game.
Now, for you non-math majors out there, those who gave it the dog tilt right there, the dog head tilt as he's talking. When conference games begin and you're playing one another, your league record is going to be 500. Because it's all conference games. Now, look, Archie Miller's not a coach because of his math skills.
Yeah, but he was so confident.
But he just said it like, hey, we're good too. They're 54-54. We're not very smart. We can hoop too.
Oh, we got to hear it again. Difficult. I heard somebody say the other day, the SEC is the best league in the country, but in all games they're like 54-54. Somebody said that. I don't know if that's even accurate, but do you know how hard it is?
I don't even know if it's true or not.
To win. It's just hard to win any game. And I think difficult. I heard somebody say the other day, the SEC is the best league in the country, but, in all games they're like 54 and 54. Somebody said that. I don't know if that's even accurate, but do you know how hard it is in every league, to win? It's just hard to win any game.
It sure is.
His point's well made.
Yeah.
Well, no, his point's made. It was not well made, but his point was made. It's hard to win. Every league's tough. It's hard to win.
Also, every league is 500.
But every league right now, in terms of conference games, every one of them's 500.
Well, if we take a step back, in all seriousness, as fans, we forget this. Somebody has to win and lose every game. That's the reason Arkansas would have any sort of shot, because they're in a really good league, to make the NCAA tournament, because teams will lose in the league. Arkansas can't be the only team that loses. They might lose every game they play. But if you don't, teams are going to lose other games, and you've got a shot.
I can recall some years back, it hasn't been that long, when the SEC was getting 3 or 4 teams, and we'd look at the ACC or the Big East, and they'd be getting 9, 10, 11 teams in. And we'd look at teams with losing conference records. And I admit, I would think, well, how's that team worthy of getting in? Well, now it's the SEC.
What do you do?
And we see now that there are going to be teams with losing conference records that are worthy of getting in.
Well, especially after hearing from him. What do you do if you're Archie Miller on this? Do you?
You laugh it off.
What do you say?
They didn't hire me because I'm
what do you say?
good at math.
Yeah. You just say, oh, man, I'm an idiot. I mean.
Or you just go on and act like it never happened.
I saw that, and it did take me a minute. I was like, what? Wait a second. Doesn't that mean they play each other? What am I missing here?
My head tilted for a moment, and then it all made sense.
But once you get it, now it's extremely, as you could tell, I was at stitches over here. It's extremely funny to hear somebody so seriously discuss it.
He was waiting. He was speaking off the cuff. He waded off into the weeds with no earthly idea how he was going to get back, and he ended up making a dumb statement.
Has that happened to you?
Well, I mean, we got a lot of airtime to kill.
Yeah.
Yes,
well, have you ever been speaking in
happened.
front of a group and you're somewhere and you don't know where?
Yes.
You went down a road. And so now you're just saying things, hoping that your brain will fire back to you where you were headed.
Talk yourself back to center. Yes, I've done that. I will be talking about something, and then they'll be like,
"Where was I?"
We'll go off into some little other subject, and it's like, "Ooh,"
and then
I forgot what we were talking about.
The older you get, you then just are less concerned about it, and you just say, "Now, where was I?" Because for years you were able to kind of fight your way back to where. Now we're going, and now it's just like I'm not going to sit up here and try to. Where was I? Where was I headed?
Well, what was I talking about?
What was I talking about?
Yeah, what was I talking?
Where were we? 54 and 54.
Somebody tell me what I was talking about.
Oh man, that's great. Thank you, Archie, for that.
That was good. That was good. And it started making the rounds. I saw it yesterday.
I appreciated that laugh this morning.
That was a sincere belly laugh on your part.
I was just
not
giggling.
A contrived broadcast laugh,
giggling.
but a genuine laugh.
And
there's a difference.
I've referenced the Chicago Bulls and Michael Jordan over this Kansas City Chiefs front runner conversation that people are having, and they're angry because people are rooting for the Chiefs and they're not even long time Chiefs fans. And I'm like, what does it matter? All these people loved the Bulls when Jordan was there because it was entertaining and they were fun to watch. You enjoyed watching them. Now, if you were a hardcore fan of another team, you didn't, but that's not most of us. Most of us are just out here enjoying games, enjoying sports, whatever. And now people are like, oh, you were a Michael Jordan follower, huh? Do you show people your Michael Jordan tattoo? Well, if I had one, I would. And now that you've brought it up.
What is it with you?
I think maybe
I mean,
I love them.
I
love them
too.
I think actually, you know what? When this show doesn't work out, which will be sometime in the next few months, when this show doesn't work
next hour or so.
It could be that. Sure was. When this show doesn't work out later today, I'm going to kind of put together a resume from somebody who didn't finish college, and I'm going to see if I can go speak at schools And it's all going to be about Michael Jordan. And it's going to be YouTube videos and, all of this whole thing that people missed. The Jordan era. Like, here are the videos. Look at this guy. The guy would fly.
Fun fact about
just
Michael
fly,
Jordan.
just glide through the air.
And Michael Jordan.
Poetry in motion.
He was in his 7th year. I read this the other day. He was in his 7th year before he won an NBA championship. So that's how you start right there with the school kids. The stick-to-itiveness.
Well, no, you got to start with the one every coach likes to use.
What's that?
Michael Jordan got cut from his high school basketball team.
Yeah, that's always a good
one. But now the kids look at you and they're like, who's that?
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
Is that the guy with the shoes? Is that those shoes everybody likes?
He's the OG now.
877-377-6963. 6:30 on the Chuck and Bo Show. We're brought to you in part by First Security Bank, Pascal Air Plumbing and Electric, the Fayetteville Auto Park, Flight by Yingling, Blakeman's Fine Jewelry, and Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company. Back in a minute.
That's the actual question. What the hell's going on around here?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Guys, regardless of our age, feeling good is something we all want. That's what the Sweatnum Edge is all about. It's where health, confidence, and peak performance come together. We all face challenges like low energy, hair loss, who's looking at me, stubborn weight, and skin health. The good news is we can do something about it. Get your free evaluation today and see where you are. Chuck and I have both done it and are better off for it. Log on to SweatnumCosmetic.com and click on the Sweatnum Edge.
I always enjoy talking about Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company. If you followed my radio career, you remember they were partners on the original Sports Rap radio program over 20 years ago. We've done business together from an advertising perspective, but more importantly, they've been my partners in buying and selling homes. I'd recommend them to anybody. They're in Northwest Arkansas, the River Valley, and in Branson. Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company, turning houses into homes since 1978. I want to make a couple of points here because I have the floor.
All of it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Are you looking for the best Razorbacks insight and analysis?
Hell yeah.
How about listening to an Arkansas football legend?
Matt Jones, all he does is make big plays.
What's the voice of the Hogs have to say?
Hey, what a
over
great
and
job.
trying to help out almost immediately to slow it all down.
Matt Jones.
Just an ugly ending to a really good game. Yeah, it's terrible.
On the Hit That Line Podcast Network. Go to hitthatline.com or search Hit That Line wherever you listen to podcasts.
Yeah, all the players are looking up, the coaches are looking up, people have their cameras out, which in this day and age is not a shock.
By the VCU bench.
Oh, they're really having a tough time. They really are having a tough time of making sure that this is stopped. Once it started piling on the stairwell, it was hard to peel it back.
My goodness. You got to get that under control. There's no place for that in college basketball. On any sports venue, for that matter.
At all.
Good showing by St. Louis. Want to make sure we end this with class.
Yeah, it's never really that important to have this happen at any kind of a game.
No question.
We don't know what was said, what started it.
Again, St. Louis is winning the basketball game, and let's make sure this ends the right way.
Like Honda Ranchers, Honda Pioneers, and Honda Goldwing, plus so much more. Whether you're tackling trails or cruising in style, we've got the perfect ride for you. Visit Heartland Honda in Springdale today and make 2025 your best year yet. Heartland Honda, work hard, play hard. For your safety, read the owner's manual, wear a helmet, eye protection, closed side nets and doors, and always wear seatbelts. Honda ATVs side-by-sides are 16 years and older.
World-class trout fishing is the star of the show at Gaston's White River Resort, where a few days away from all the worries and stress will make all right in your world. Gaston's has friendly, experienced guides to help you land your limit. Enjoy your stay at Gaston's in one of their private cottages, or reserve a lodge for up to 20 people. Call now and let Gaston's help you plan your next getaway on the White River. 870-431-5202. That's 870-431-5202. Or learn more at Gastons.com. Gaston's, a first-class time, every time.
AAA Business Systems is your printer, copier, and production print solutions provider. What makes AAA unique? Ricoh, Sharp, and Brother Equipment. Fast, friendly service from our office technology experts. All-inclusive service contracts, managed IT services, and 4 locations statewide. AAA Business Systems. Find us online at AAABM.com. AAA Business Systems. Anything else is just a copy.
Hey, Ty Richardson for JamMart. JamMart is always trying to save you money, and that's why they partner with Valero. Hook up your checking account to the Valero Pay Plus app, and you'll get 10 cents off a gallon, plus other special deals on holidays and more. JamMart and Valero, passing on the savings to you. Now available at the 3 Fort Smith Valero JamMart locations. And stop by any of the 6 JamMart locations in the area. JamMart, the leading gas station and convenience store in the region.
A new era of chicken is here to stay, and it's not your parents' poultry. The Cantina Chicken menu from Taco Bell is slow roasted and perfectly seasoned. Take it tacoed up in a crispy white corn tortilla with cheese inside and out, or wrapped in a burrito with fresh purple cabbage and freshly prepared pico de gallo. However you like it, you'll never chicken the same way again. Get yours today at your nearest Taco Bell and join rewards to earn free food. Available at participating stores. Rewards points are earned on qualifying purchases. All items while supplies last. Subject to terms.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
I mean, we are one extreme to the other. Either we're headed to wine and roses for the rest of our lives, or the whole world's going to hell. I mean, it's one of the two.
Just a really healthy mentality to have, too.
That's
right. The Chuck and Bo Show.
Chuck, apparently Jalen Milroe could not hit the green side of a red barn at the Senior Bowl practice yesterday, according to reports, and you've got to believe them because they have video and it's on social media. He was wildly inaccurate at the Reese's Senior Bowl.
You know, Jalen Milroe is a great college quarterback. I mean, I give him full credit for everything good that happened at Alabama, but do you really think that guy's an NFL quarterback? I've never for a moment thought he was. I don't mean that disrespectfully.
No, I understand what you're saying. I don't know because does the NFL, yes, they probably do in a lot of cases, draft on potential? Does somebody with an ego thinks they can make Jalen Milroe into the next Jalen Hurts or something?
What has he done that's made anybody think that he could at some point be an NFL passer? I mean, you have to be able to pass.
Well,
you have to be able to.
He's had moments where he's, thrown it accurately, but he does not look like the guy who, sits in the pocket and makes great.
I don't want to make it sound like I'm dumping on Jalen Milroe because I'm not.
No, it's fair.
But it's fair. I've never for a single second thought of him as an NFL quarterback. And I never understood the Heisman talk. I never understood any of that because I'm going to tell you, in the NFL, this is my honest thought, as a passer, he's just good enough to get you beat.
I don't have his numbers, but if we went back and looked, I wonder how comparable they are to Jalen Hurts in college.
See, somebody just texted about Anthony Richardson with the Colts. Dumb draft pick. Hasn't worked out. I don't think Jalen Milroe's as good as Anthony Richardson was. I thought Anthony Richardson was an incredible athlete. And if you were going to take a flyer on somebody, now I think they, just for the record, I think it was a stupid draft pick.
You mentioned that.
But his athleticism made it, thank you, his athleticism made it, somewhat understandable. But I'm no Mel Kiper.
Thank you,
Believe
Caleb.
me.
Thank you, Caleb, for texting that in so we could get Chuck's real thoughts
exactly.
on the Colts draft pick. But when you think about the NFL, how many good quarterbacks are there? This is what's wild to me about
You've got to
the
be
NFL.
able to throw the ball.
You
have to be able to throw the ball.
But how many quarterbacks can?
Most.
15?
All of them are better than Jalen Milroe.
That may be true, but 15 of them or more aren't any good.
Well, but they're still better than Jalen Milroe.
Well, that may be but what I'm saying. But my point is everybody's out here trying to find the next coach in the NFL, and everybody's out here trying to find the next quarterback in the NFL. And because they don't exist, they're like, I'll tell you what, I'm going to hire Brian Schottenheimer, and I'm going to take a big risk. I'm Jerry Jones, and people are going to just be mesmerized by
Maybe that's
Brian
true.
Schottenheimer.
Maybe that's true.
And somebody's going to be mesmerized by the upside of Jalen Milroe, and someone's going to turn him into a Pro Bowler. That's the way people think.
If Alabama had a good quarterback this year, Kalen DeBoer wouldn't be on the hot seat. That's the way I view this past season at Alabama. If he'd had a good quarterback, he wouldn't have been on. He wouldn't be on the hot seat now. They'd have been in the playoff. They were good enough in every area, in my opinion, to be a playoff team except quarterback.
Well, and Saban's last year, they were a Jalen Milroe play away in the Rose Bowl from playing for the national championship. He got stuffed down there on the goal line. We're inside the 5, and Michigan won the game and went on to win the title.
Great Alabama quarterbacks don't finish a play away. Great Alabama quarterbacks win championships. And I'm not an Alabama guy. I mean, I'm not. But the idea that, he was a play away. Well, Alabama's not a play away very often.
John Parker Wilson. Name them off for me. They're great. Brody Croyle.
Brody Croyle, John Parker Wilson, Greg McElroy.
Greg McElroy.
Who is the guy that's in the NFL now with a girlfriend that Brent Musburger went crazy over? I can't remember his name.
Oh, yeah, I see him.
Yeah.
I see him.
I can't remember his name.
I can see him.
But,
yeah. Huh?
Yeah, McCarron. A.J.
Yeah,
McCarron.
A.J. McCarron.
That was it. Thank you.
Thank you. Ty.
And, A.J. McCarron was the guy.
I was like, we just got a producer in our ear from the mothership.
I know.
Awesome.
It was like a voice of God coming in from
fantastic.
Coming from out of nowhere.
Oh, we got to find that Musburger clip.
Yeah.
Oh, you young quarterbacks
out
out
yeah.
there.
I mean, he
Find
was
you
just
a girl that looks like
he went total dirty old man.
A.J. McCarron's girlfriend. 641, it's the Chuck and Bo Show, 877-377-6963. Jake Coker.
Jake Coker, yeah. He was a good one, too.
I mean, look, great quarterback play is hard to come by. And great coaching is hard to come by. And winning is hard to come by. And we know this, but we also are just downright angry when we don't have it. Whether you're an NFL fan, college team, whatever it is, it's interesting that I've always been interested in the idea that you can't find better quarterbacks in the NFL. And that you have a handful of them.
They give up on him too quickly.
That development.
They give up on him too quickly.
Same thing with coaches. I think it's the same thing with coaches.
You got guys that are viewed as busts, that fans boo, that teams cut, that coaches blame. And they're not even 25 years old. It's like, are you people crazy? They draft these guys and expect them to be great. At 22
so what
years,
you're
it's
telling me
insane.
Is Jalen Milroe needs a chance?
I'm saying Jalen Milroe can live to be 105, and he's not going to be a starting quarterback in the NFL. It's not going to happen.
It doesn't apply to him.
It's not going to happen.
But that AJ,
that's like saying, you or me with a little bit of work.
Yeah.
Maybe not
grow.
quite like that.
I could grow.
Maybe
a little
not
bit.
quite.
Yeah, with
like
just
that.
a little bit of work.
I'm just saying. Look, there are lots of guys out there and the NFL's full of them, and has been for years, that were overlooked coming out of college, weren't drafted. I mean, the league's full of them. But I don't think Jalen Milroe is going to be on that list.
But that A.J. McCarron guy.
Now, when you're a quarterback at Alabama, you see that lovely lady there. She does go to Auburn, I want to admit that. But she also, Miss Alabama, and that's A.J. McCarron's girlfriend, okay? And right there on the right is Dee Dee Bonner. That's A.J.'s mom. Wow, I'm telling you, quarterbacks, you get all the good-looking women. What a beautiful woman.
Wow. A.J.'s doing some things right down.
So if you're a youngster in Alabama, start getting the football out and throw it around the backyard with Pop.
He can't contain himself.
I'd forgotten how really
Herb Street's trying
really
to just
over the top
save
that
him, and
was.
he wants no part of it. He's not listening to Herbie at all. He's like, shut up, I'm talking about this girl.
It's kind of creepy.
Oh, Musburger, man.
It sounds really creepy when you play it back like that.
Musburger, one of a kind, for sure. 877-377-6963. You want to get in here on the Chuck and Bo Show. Chuck, tell us about Weichert.
Well, okay, I'll do that.
Because I've experienced it lately.
You have.
And the way I sum it up is like having your own Jerry Maguire.
Well, it is. And that's been the deal with me and a lot of other people over the years. And you tell them what you need, tell them what you want, and it's done. I mean, that really is how it works. That's what happens when you deal with a real estate professional. And that's what you find at Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company.
They're like the A.J. McCarrons of real estate.
They are. They're even better than that. Better than Jalen Milroe, that's for sure. But at any rate, you guys are making it sound like I'm dumping on him. I'm really not.
I know.
At any rate, what I found with Weicker was that, the first time I bought a home, I mean, they were there to answer all the questions, and they knew all the little things, what I was eligible for in terms of this, and what I didn't need to do there. You know what I'm talking about, Bo.
Absolutely.
That's what a professional does, and that's what they do at Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company. And they'll get you from contract to close. And you find out, too, there's a difference between the contract and the close. And they get you from point A to point B, and everybody walks away satisfied. Washington and Benton counties, Fort Smith, Branson, they've been turning houses into homes since 1978. And you can check them out at WeicherGriffin.com.
In my opinion, when you have somebody helping you, like an expert, I just expect them to know everything. I want them to take care of everything. That's not always the case. And I'm not going to go behind them and do the double work to find out if they are. You're just going to find out later if it wasn't done very well. And for years, they've just been doing it right. And that's the confidence you get with Weicker. And I'm in the middle of experiencing it with my son and daughter-in-law. So I'm just, thank you.
First-hand knowledge right there.
It's a Jerry Maguire of real estate. That's the way
are.
I said it, Weicker. All right, back in a minute on the Chuck and Bo Show. It is 6:46. If you see Jalen Milroe, let him know he doesn't have a chance.
Bo, you said something interesting. I don't think you meant to, but when you talked about Bill's...
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Being a Razorback fan isn't just about the game. It's about the community, the tradition, and the moments that matter. At Blakeman's Fine Jewelry, the official jeweler of the Arkansas Razorbacks, they understand the importance of those moments. That's why they offer a selection of fine jewelry that goes beyond the ordinary, just like our Hogs. Visit Blakeman's Fine Jewelry in Rogers, where you'll find that perfect piece to celebrate your Razorback spirit and the special moments in your life.
Flight by Yuengling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yuengling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass. Raise the bar. Flight by Yuengling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yuengling and Son Incorporated. Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
It seems like everything is more expensive this year, but at Paschal Air Plumbing and Electric, we're here to help lighten the load. This new year, enjoy no payments and no interest on all home repairs and replacements. Whether it's fixing that stubborn plumbing issue, replacing an aging heating and air system, or upgrading your electrical, our Paschal pros are here to keep your home running smoothly and stress-free. Visit GoPaschal.com today to schedule your service.
Paschal Air, Plumbing, and Electric.
Professional people, professional service. See dealer for details with approved credit. Restrictions apply.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
I'm Dr. Scotty Bolding, a native Arkansan oral and maxillofacial surgeon. One of my goals is to make Arkansans healthier.
If you have sleep disorder breathing, it's important to treat it properly. The standard treatment's a breathing machine called CPAP. It helps you breathe during the night. However, there are other options thanks to some truly innovative and proven technologies.
Sleep is probably God's gift of medicine that we really don't utilize enough. If you have obstructive sleep apnea, it needs to be treated. So you need to be wearing your CPAP. So if you're not wearing your CPAP, there are some potential potential surgical solutions that can help you that actually work today. By correcting the jaw deformities that may be causing this obstructive sleep apnea is where we focus.
Dr. Bolding at Precedent Center for Facial and Dental Medicine works carefully with your sleep physician, determines where the underlying obstruction may be, and provides surgical solutions that open the airway, allowing you to breathe better.
Hey, give us a call, 479-755-3000, or log on to our website, precedent.com, PRECIDENT. We'd love to help.
We want to make sure that you can read some ludicrous lyrics on his 47th birthday today.
I can do that one. Roll out, roll out. The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, Todd Richardson here at First Financial Mortgage. My mortgage lender, Ethan Adamson. Ethan, congratulations. Over 300 five-star reviews.
Yeah, Todd, we pride ourselves on delivering a five-star service during the entire mortgage process.
What sets you apart from everyone else?
I think communication, how quickly we work, we get you closed on time or early. Call 479-782-9300. Weekdays 8 to 5, ffb1.com. First Financial Mortgage, in the business of you, equal housing lender.
Hey, this is Dr. Charlie Liggett at River Valley Smile Center. You may know me as your local dentist, but I'm a giant Hogs, Dolphins, and college baseball fan as well. Listen to me, Phil, and Matt talk about our 3 ups and downs for the weekend every Monday on halftime at 12:15. At River Valley Smile Center, we're a comprehensive dental facility that offers children's dentistry, dental implants, sedation, whitening, and much, much more. Dr. Cole Johnson, Dr. Hannah Cave, and myself are located at 8309 Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith. River Valley Smile Center. When you come here, you become family.
Doctors, nurses, and other medical professionals are just people. They've got their lives and families same as you and me. But what happens when big hospitals and insurance companies ask too much of them and make them work too many hours without enough help? You can only stretch something so far before it breaks and people get hurt or even die. That's where I come in. If the healthcare system in our area has hurt you or someone you love, call me. Together, let's make them do healthcare better. I'm Phil Votaw, and you've never met a lawyer like me.
It's Ty Richardson with owner and operator Cecil Gardner with Jazzco Graphics, now 17 years in the industry. How do people see what you've made over the years, Cecil?
Google, Yahoo it, or Bing it. Jazzco Graphics Design, JAAZCO, Monday through Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. And sometimes I'm here after. So if that open sign is on, I'm here. Y'all come on in. Jazzco Graphics Design, 2415 Midland. It's on the corner of Midland and Kelly. Jazzco Graphics, the one-stop shop.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
I've called and told them 5 times now. The bank account listed on there no longer belongs to me. In fact, it doesn't exist anymore. It's just one of the things that happens when you get divorced.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Wow, that's a drop.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
We have breaking news. Yeah, breaking news. This is embarrassing. Today is Chuck's birthday. And we didn't know. And
I didn't tell.
And he wasn't going to tell us. And because I don't look at his Facebook page, I didn't get the alert. That saves all of us on birthdays. Lucky for us, Chuck doesn't care. But now that he didn't tell us, he's gonna have to pay the price, and he's gonna have to get in the club right there with 50 Cent. Do you know who that was? You know that was 50 Cent?
No, I didn't know.
Yeah. What birthday music would you like to hear? Edward picked this. I don't know why.
Because Edward's young.
It's your birthday.
Because young. Edward's young.
That is 50 Cent? Yeah.
Do you see Edward the way bebopping over there?
Yeah, keep it going.
Doing that hand.
So now we've gone from pleading for you, which nobody did it anyhow. We were asking for, Bart get well wishes. And now we're going to flush that, and it's Chuck birthday wishes.
Yeah.
Sorry, Bart. Hope you feel better.
Hey, man.
It's Chuck's birthday.
Sometimes,
So get in here right on.
I'm more concerned about Bart. I'm at the age where you don't brag about birthdays, believe me.
Get in here and right on the Chuck and Bo wall. Happy birthday to Chuck. Happy birthday, man.
Thank you.
What are you going to do today?
You
want to go to Lion Country Safari?
We've got an appointment at 2 o'clock today, so I'll be there for that.
Wow.
And
wait till we tell them.
Yeah.
That's going to be a whole other deal. I didn't know we were going to be popping champagne
I
in the
got
2 o'clock
45
meeting.
minutes into this show without
You were so
this
proud
happening.
of yourself. You were so proud of it, and then a texter busted you.
I know. Somebody busted me out.
Yeah, happy birthday to the legend Chuck Barrett
That
on the
was
text
nice.
line.
That was nice.
And I'm sitting here going, what? Ryan from, is it Cato Gap?
Caddo Gap.
Caddo Gap? Golly, these so many places in Arkansas that I've never even heard of.
Caddo
How
Gap's
is
a
that
good one
possible?
to know.
Where's that?
It's in north central Arkansas.
Okay.
I
Caddo
think.
Gap. Ryan, thank you for letting us know. It's Chuck's birthday. This is the relationship we have. It sucks.
Yeah, it really does.
It sucks.
I don't know a damn thing about you.
That's impossible because I'm a stream of consciousness letting it all out.
Oh, I read all this stuff on the internet. And I don't find all that to be true.
Verbal vomit my entire life to you.
No, that's very nice of you. Thank you.
So you have all the info, and then we know nothing about you. This is a really crappy relationship, Chuck. I need to know when your birthday is.
Today's my birthday, okay?
Yeah.
Today is my birthday.
Beat it
I'm
out of
telling
ya.
you now. Today is my birthday, all right? So we've done it.
Would it be creepy if we went to Chuck E. Cheese?
That would be creepy.
Me and you?
Do you get free lunch? Do they give you a free slice?
Listen to you.
Do they give you a free slice?
Turn into Matt Zimmerman in
I'm
10
gonna
seconds.
Go,
so it's your birthday.
I'm going to go to all the restaurants today. Tell them it's
What
my
are we
birthday.
gonna do for
Eat
Chuck's
free
birthday?
all day.
Happy birthday to you.
Well, that's nice. Thank you,
Chuck.
Yeah.
Man.
Let's
Wow.
let's just move on.
52 and going strong.
I wish.
52. So what are you, like, you got soft foods lined up for the afternoon?
Yeah, I got some yogurt.
Tapioca pudding?
Hey, well, I got
Yeah.
a new food processor, and the way it softens that stuff up.
How about you hop in the Butterfield Trail Village van, and we're gonna go tour Bella Vista today.
How about it?
Chuck Barrett's birthday. Chuck and Bo Show.
You know the sound, you know the place, and you know the time of year that means live racing at Oaklawn is coming. If your Oaklawn is playing favorites, letting it ride on long shots, or just soaking up the vibes of race day, it's time to make your plans and discover your Oaklawn. Live racing starts Friday, December 6th. Reserve seats, rooms in our hotel, or a spot in your favorite Oaklawn restaurant at oaklawn.com.
This is my Oaklawn.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
I always enjoy talking about Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company. If you followed my radio career, you remember they were partners on the original sports rap radio program over 20 years ago. We've done business together from an advertising perspective, but more importantly, they've been my partners in buying and selling homes. I'd recommend them to anybody. They're in Northwest Arkansas, the River Valley, and in Branson. Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company, turning houses into homes since 1978.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Having great vision enhances every part of life. That's why I go to McDonald Eye Associates. Whether it's a pair of readers or LASIK surgery, you know you're in good hands. You've heard former quarterback and now coach Ty Story talk about his great LASIK results with McDonald Eye. The surgeons there have done more LASIK procedures than anybody in the state of Arkansas and have helped numerous athletes get better results through improved vision. When it comes to vision, nobody sees it like McDonald Eye.
We are possibly entering what could be a golden age in Razorback athletics.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
The Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Online and on the air and now everywhere you go. Tune in to the greatest moments of Razorback sports with Chuck Barrett, Bo Mattingly, Tommy Kraft, Ty Richardson, Phil Elson, Matt Jones, and Ruskin and Zach with our Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Stay connected no matter where you go with the Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Download for free in the Apple app or Google Play stores. Just search Hit That Line Now. It's fueled by Taco Bell. ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, we will be in and out of the clouds. There's a chance of seeing some showers south or high in the upper 50s to low 60s. Wet weather continues tonight, mid-40s north, low 50s south, and then showers, a few thunderstorms on Thursday, some with heavy rainfall, highs in the 50s and 60s. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
ESPN 95.3 and hitthatline.com.
Hog fans, this is Matt.
This is Robert.
And this is Elizabeth, and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
The largest Razorback store south of the North Pole.
Folks, it's that time of year again.
Mom, what's he talking about?
Matt, I have no idea.
It's hoop time, and in about a month, it's going to be baseball season.
And the Stadium Shop has everything you need.
Whether it's decorating your fan cave or getting something to wear for the game, we have what you need.
We even have Nike basketball jerseys, sideline apparel, even brands like Cutter and Buck and Champion.
Or how about something from Tommy Bahama or Coliseum for those Hawaiian shirt Sundays?
Guys, Nike baseball team hats and jerseys will get here about the 1st of February. Hey, Matt, you know what's blue but doesn't weigh very much?
No, what?
Light blue.
Mom, please help.
Matt, there's no cure for a dad joke.
Folks, come by the Stadium Shop located at 989 South Razorback Road next to Baum-Walker Stadium, or shop us on them Insta, WWW,
Dad, it's
Facebook.
the website, which is shoponrazorback.com. That's shoponrazorback.com.
Or call us at 479-STADIUM. That's 479-782-3486.
Folks, it does not get more Razorback than us.
Go Hogs.
ESPN 95.3, KERX Paris Fort Smith. You're listening to The Morning Rush.
It's a lot of pressure on me sitting next to a wordsmith like you.
The Party Place has everything you need for special occasions. Super Bowl parties, Mardi Gras celebrations, Valentine's decorations, and more. Party supplies for 1 to 100. Shop the Party Place in Fort Smith.
It's time to party. So come to the Party Place. Let's party.
The Party Place in the Tuesday Morning Building behind Ashley Furniture in Fort Smith.
Get ready for your party at the Party Place.
This is a public service announcement for hard seltzer lovers. Neutral Vodka Seltzer has arrived. Made with simple ingredients like vodka, seltzer, and real juice. Neutral tastes good. Like real good. So good that you'll never want to drink another artificial tasting seltzer again. Neutral's light and refreshing taste will show you what a vodka seltzer can be. Try Neutral, the one with the umlaut. Copyright 2023 Neutral Distilled Spirit Specialty, Los Angeles, California. Enjoy responsibly.
Hey, this is Ty Richardson for Jake Neal and his team at Jerry Neal's Barbecue. Jake's dad, Jerry, started cooking barbecue at Jerry Neal's in 1977, and Jake took over and has been doing the same thing ever since. I got ribs the last time I was there. Woo! Man, they were good. Don't forget about the catfish either. It's cooked to order, so it's hot and fresh every single time. The best catfish in the River Valley. Jerry Neal's Barbecue, Catfish, and Catering, 1823 Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith.
Courtside with Fort Smith Public Schools.
You know, one of the things that the way I like to coach, I solicit a lot of feedback from the girls. And there's that language that you develop with your players that those seniors already know. And so when I'm asking them to do something, they can translate it for me, you know? Or when I'm needing feedback from them, they kind of know what I'm wanting to hear.
Coaches take you inside on what's going on in Fort Smith sports. New episode every week on the Hit That Line podcast network and on hitthatline.com. You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
Chuck is deathly afraid of his identity being stolen.
I am. I'm to the age now where I watch Dateline NBC, and it's like, I'm never using my debit card again. I do. I worry about it because I'm
got
stupid.
bundles of
because
cash.
I'm stupid. I'm
He
stupid.
calls American Airlines and he goes, "How do I pay cash?"
That's exactly right. I got this
You are
mayonnaise
not
jar
getting my
full of money.
information. Those
right.
cookies are all over me.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
That was a call play, and I called it, Chuck.
Back to Save Sports Radio.
I'm ready to roll right now,
Can you
Bo.
believe we're doing this?
This brings back.
Just like old times.
This is getting ridiculous, Bo Mattingly.
Northwest Arkansas is growing. It deserves an intelligent sports radio.
Two bald white guys with a face for radio.
Here is Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
I'm happy for Chuck that it's his birthday, but I'm also just sort of sad. And I feel embarrassed that we went, a half an hour, 40 minutes into the show, had no idea. We're over here talking about being Tom Selleck's birthday, Oprah Winfrey's birthday. He's talking about Oprah. She's 71. Tom Selleck's 80. Chuck's 52 plus 10. And we didn't even know. I'm over here talking about birthdays.
I don't know when your birthday is either.
Yeah, April 8th.
April 8th?
April 8th.
April 8th. You're gonna,
Well, it's going to be It's going to be a big day.
Going to
be a big day.
Yeah.
April
8th. Huh?
So, Chuck, like, I'm trying to get on Facebook and wish you a happy birthday, which is your preferred platform.
You are not trying to get
I
on
am.
Facebook.
I'm looking for the wall thing where you go, you just wish Chuck, it's like Chuck's birthday. Wish Chuck a happy birthday. And I was going to give you the generic happy birthday.
HBD.
But now I'm going to have to create like my own post because I can't figure out how to do it.
Oh, God.
And then tomorrow, what you're going to do is you're going to go, thanks for all the text and calls on my birthday. That was so nice, everybody. So then you can get another round of them tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right,
I didn't know it was your birthday. Happy birthday, Chuck.
It's all the thank you notes.
Where are you on birthdays, Edward? Big deal, little deal?
For myself or others?
Well,
Edward's a giver.
For myself, I don't really care.
Edward's
For
a
others,
giver. He always thinks of others first.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, like, if you go your whole birthday,
yeah,
and Hannah doesn't say happy birthday,
Well, that would
nobody
be-
in your
that
family
would be
says
a
happy
problem.
birthday,
Yeah.
and none of your friends say happy birthday, you're not a little down about it?
I mean, a little, but I wouldn't
Yeah.
be. It wouldn't
Come
be
on.
the worst day of my life.
If you went through your birthday and your wife didn't wish you happy birthday,
He did
there
say
would
that's
be
different.
a passive aggressive
that
argument
would be
at the end of the
totally
night.
different. That would be totally.
You did say it'd be a little different.
Yeah.
It's like, well,
But look, I think there's two kinds of people. People that acknowledge they
here we
want
go.
to be wished a happy birthday, and people who don't acknowledge it. But there is no kind of person who doesn't want it to happen.
Right. Yeah.
Everybody wants to be recognized.
That's accurate.
Everybody wants to be validated.
No, that's fair. But you know,
But some of us act like we don't care.
No.
And deep down we do, and we
I
get all
didn't-
pissy and have a bad attitude all day. And what's wrong with you? Nothing. Nothing's wrong with me. Well, I mean, it was my birthday.
that's
You
what
didn't
I'm
say
saying. You're going to have by the end of the day.
Don't you want to
Something
go?
like that's going to happen.
Don't you want to go to a Applebee's tonight and they bring you a dessert?
I'm going to Cracker Barrel.
He wants the sombrero at the Mexican restaurant.
Yeah, they got a
At
meatloaf
lunch.
special tonight.
I
at
mean,
Cracker Barrel.
here's why I'm
gonna go to
upset.
that.
I wanted to hire a mariachi band this morning, and
Is
it's
that like a
they're not
mariachi
open
band?
yet.
Is that anything like a mariachi band?
Mariucci.
Yeah.
Details research.
That would have been fun.
My band is Steve Mariucci. I'm sorry. You
say,
have a mariachi.
You're confusing mariachi with former Packers coach Steve
Yes,
Mariucci.
and 49er.
The Mooch.
The former 49er coach.
Yeah.
So he's still on the NFL Network?
I don't know. I don't watch the NFL Network. Do you
No,
watch the NFL
no,
Network,
no,
Edward?
I don't.
Does the younger generation watch the NFL Network at the old folks' home where
Absolutely
I'm
not.
moving into? We don't have it on the cable.
All right, line them up. Come on, let's go. We got birthday wishes for Chuck. 877-377-6963. Boy, there's going to be
Crickets,
some
crickets.
Kentucky fan that's going to be holding a sign.
Hey, Kentucky was pretty impressive last night. I got to give them credit. Let me change the
I was
subject.
rooting for
Kentucky
them.
was pretty impressive
I was
last
rooting
night.
for them.
I was not.
I was.
But I understand that from a Razorback perspective, it's probably better than that they won. But hey, my big deal, I said this earlier, I don't know how Tennessee's 4-4.
I'm telling you, somebody's got to lose every game.
It's mathematically going to work out that way.
Somebody's got to lose every game. Here's Cal at his radio show talking about this.
This league is hard as it's ever been, or harder than it's ever been. We're not the only one that's going to lose back-to-back-to-back games. You know that, right? There are other teams that are going to hit their schedule, and they're going to lose 3 in a row. How do they deal with it versus how we're trying to deal with it?
Arkansas went through a 5-game losing streak. They win a game, lose another one. I think most people are looking at this as if Arkansas is dead in the water. Is that fair? A lot of people are like, man,
I
this
think a
is
lot
over.
of people are looking at it.
Had to beat Oklahoma. They didn't beat Oklahoma. That was a winnable game. Didn't win it. Some other games that were winnable, didn't win them. You've only beaten Georgia. I see no hope. Well, if you want to look at it the other way, and you might as well at least entertain it because there's plenty of season left. Other teams are going to lose, and maybe Arkansas went through their streak, and they're going to get better. I know it doesn't sound hopeful without Boogie Flan, but they're also shooting at an abysmal percentage. And if they can flip that, if they can suddenly start making shots, which I know sounds like, well, they can't shoot, so they're not going to make shots. I get it. But they do have talent.
Well, they're going to have to win ugly games. And I don't suspect there's going to be many games. I'm just going to be honest here. I don't suspect there's going to be many games that Arkansas plays the rest of the year that are what we're going to call aesthetically pleasing. Man, that was a fun game to watch. I mean, up and down, great shooting. I don't think we're going to be saying that. I think when they win and when they lose, I think it's going to be the type games we've seen the last 2 or 3 times out. Now, here's the thing. Here's what that means in my mind. And if you're going to look at the glass full part, there are going to be a lot of close games. You look at what's happening in the SEC right now. There have been some blowouts here and there, but there have been a lot of close games, rock fight kind of games. Tennessee, for example, part of the reason they're struggling right now is they can't score. They shoot too many threes. They're not shooting well right now. There are teams out there that are going to go through stretches like that, and you got to win the games when you play them. You look at what's ahead on paper. I mean, I'm looking at it right now. There's a lot of games there that, I mean, you can look at and go, man, that could get ugly. But what you hope for is that you're playing somebody on the road maybe, like Kentucky was last night, and they get in the habit, the opponent, the home team, gets in the habit of shooting too many threes, and they're not making them last night. Tennessee last night, I don't know what, it was like watching a bad NBA game. They just kept putting up threes, and none of them went down. Maybe you catch somebody at their place on a night like that.
Seth and Rogers, who is just a treat, I've noticed when he texts in.
A treat.
Bo, just stop. Ha ha. Nobody believes you. Well, what do you think I want anybody to believe, Seth? I'm not.
No, you're not trying to pull the wool over anybody's eyes.
Here.
No, but neither are you, or neither, in my opinion, I don't think anybody should just throw in the towel right now. I don't like it when people just quit halfway into the game.
Well, I mean, we
get on players and coaches for quitting, and we as fans quit all the time.
We're all or nothing all the time. Like, it's just, oh, it's great, it's terrible. It's great, it's terrible. There's no in between. Look, can you make a case for them winning 5 or 6 more games, or is it just like, forget about it because it's abysmal? Like, do they have any talent? Can they figure anything out? Is there anything to be done here? I mean, could they have won the Oklahoma game? Should they have won the Oklahoma game? I would argue they should have. How many more of those games will they be in with a chance to win that they can figure out how to win? It's not like they're just getting pummeled. I mean, they're holding teams under their average. So if you want, I said, Seth, if you want to look at it like this, and why not? Let's take a look at the other side for a second. Can you find 5 or 6 wins left on this schedule? I'll give you some. Okay? South Carolina, that's a road game. Vanderbilt's a road game. Mississippi State's a home game. There's 3 they could win. They get Missouri at home. Could they win that game? They're not going to beat Auburn. They're not going to beat Texas A&M at their place. Can they beat LSU in Fayetteville?
A&M's one of those teams that
– Can they split with Texas?
You know, A&M and Texas are teams that – and look, they're not the only ones. Arkansas is one of them. Lots of teams in this league are prone to go through stretches where they don't score. They're prone to have those 2- and 3-minute droughts. Arkansas had 4 or 5 of them the other night against Oklahoma. I've watched a lot of games in the league this year. That is a problem for a lot of teams. And it shifts some games. You know, I mean, it shifts the outcome of some games. It's a game of runs, always has been. But I've noticed a few more scoring droughts among all the teams this year. And, you know, sometimes you catch a team on a night when they're not, I mean, they can't throw it in the ocean. And it's not like every team in the league's a great shooting team. So, yeah, there's – you know, when I look at what's left, and I've felt all along, if you get to 7, you're in. Not just for Arkansas, for anybody else in the league. 7's the number. I don't know if 6 will get you in. It might, but 7 will. I feel pretty sure. Arkansas's got 1. I mean, you got to win these home games. I'm not talking about necessarily you got to beat Alabama. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but you got to beat LSU. You got to beat some of those teams that are coming in here, Texas. Some of these teams you got a chance to beat. We saw that, a team like Georgia, very, very different at home than they are on the road. You're going to have an opportunity with some of these teams to get some wins. But look, you just do the math. I mean, it gets pretty simple when you start doing the math. If you're going to get to that figure, there's not any margin for error. I'll just put it that way.
We're getting some text I want to respond
All
to,
right,
but
go
we'll
ahead.
do it when we come back.
All right,
and
good.
one of them is, hey, if anybody deserves to quit, it's the fans. We're paying all this money. These players are making too much money, and dang it all, we're watching is them lose. We'll get into that when we come back. We're brought to you in part by Yingling. If you're looking for that perfect light beer, Flight by Yingling is the way to go. It's that amazing Yingling taste, but a light beer. With just 95 calories, you can enjoy the crisp, refreshing taste of a Flight by Yingling. Raise the bar and enjoy the next generation of light beer. Flight by Yingling. It's 7:15 on the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning.
Chuck, have you ever had oat milk?
No.
Do you like squeeze milk out of an
Or
oat?
is it just milk over oats?
Yeah, that's what happens. How does that work?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
If you suffer from sleep apnea, but you can't stand wearing your CPAP machine, I've got good news. And you need it because not wearing your CPAP can lead to severe health problems.
Sleep is probably God's gift of medicine that we really don't utilize enough. If you don't have good sleep, you're not only affecting your body, it can affect your heart, it can affect your lungs, it can increase weight gain. If you don't get good sleep, you also are not filtering your brain well. So sleep's very, very important.
Dr. Scotty Boulding, who's an Arkansas native and world-renowned surgeon, has proven surgical alternatives that can improve your airway and help you breathe better.
If you have obstructive sleep apnea, it needs to be treated. So you need to be wearing your CPAP. So if you're not wearing your CPAP, there are some potential surgical solutions that can help you that actually work today. By correcting the jaw deformities that may be causing this obstructive sleep apnea is where we focus.
Call Dr. Boulding's office today at 479-755-3000 for a consultation and tell them you heard it on the Chuck and Bo Show. There's no better shopping experience than you're going to find at Macadoodles or at Guess Who in Bentonville. And every Wednesday is Wine Down Wednesday. 15% off every bottle of wine in the store, even if it's already on sale. But when it comes to selection, amazing prices and unbeatable customer service, Macadoodles and Guess Who in Bentonville is second to none. Wine, beer, and spirits. Stock up for your next party or just stop by and grab your favorite. Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista, and Guess Who in Bentonville. Guys, regardless of our age, feeling good is something we all want. That's what the Sweatnum Edge is all about. It's where health, confidence, and peak performance come together. We all face challenges like low energy, hair loss, who's looking at me, stubborn weight, and skin health. The good news is we can do something about it. Get your free evaluation today and see where you are. Chuck and I have both done it and are better off for it. Log on to SweatnumCosmetic.com and click on the Sweatnum Edge.
I like craft beer. I do. You guys always think I'm like the biggest dork on the face of the earth.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's #1 mobile app for placing sports wagers.
There's big news in the mobile sports betting business. Bet Saracen was just named the 15th largest sports book in America. That's because Arkansans like to do business with a winner. Find all your winners on Bet Saracen. Download it today and look for my RR prop bet specials. I pick them, you win them.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
It's sad that we live in an unsafe world, but we do. Would you be able to show the police who was at your home if something was taken? Guardtronic installs alarm systems as well as camera systems. We here at ESPN rely on our Guardtronic installed cameras to keep an eye on what's going on around our building, as many of you do. Guardtronic has been serving the River Valley for over 60 years. Call Guardtronic for a free estimate so you'll be able to show the police who the bad boys are that took your belongings. License E50.
Hey, Todd Richardson here at First Financial Mortgage. My mortgage lender, Ethan Adamson. Ethan, congratulations. Over 300 five-star reviews.
Yeah, Todd, we pride ourselves Dallas Cowboys on delivering head a coach five-star Brian service through the Schottenheimer. entire mortgage process.
What sets you apart from everyone else?
I think communication, how quickly we work, we get you closed And on time or early. Chief Call Operating Officer, Executive Vice 479-782-9300. President of Player Weekdays 8 to Personnel, 5, and co-owner ffb1.com. Stephen First Financial Jones. Mortgage, in the business of you, equal housing lender. All right.
We'll clap for it. This is Daryl Johnston with Hashtag Managed IT Services. We are excited to now be part of AAA Business Systems. Hashtag will continue to handle every IT need your business will have, and now, as part of AAA Business Systems, we can handle all of your document printing and storage solutions. Together, we have the expertise to meet all of your office technology needs. Find us online at aaabm.com or call us at 471-1771.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
You're something else.
Yeah. Oh.
You're something else. In
What do
fact,
you mean?
Well, very few combine something and else quite like you do.
Okay.
Let me just put it that way. You're something else.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Speaking of something else, the birthday wishes are pouring in for Chuck. We had very few. Let's just be honest. We got no get well wishes for Bart.
Oh, no.
What is
come on.
wrong
That's
with this
not
country?
true. We
That's
got a
brutal.
lot of those.
Well, that all went away as soon as people found out it was your birthday today.
Yeah.
Even though
As soon as you guys
tried to
found
hide
out.
it. You tried to hide it from us. If Bart was here, we'd probably have a cake. He would have known.
Yeah.
He would have known it's your birthday.
Bart's
but he's
got COVID.
He's just trying to make it right now.
I mean, Bart really does
Give me
have
some.
COVID.
Give me some music so I can read some well wishes for Chuck and his birthday.
I feel bad for Bart.
Dear Chuck,
Oh, God. Jesus.
you've been an inspiration to so many
You're
over the
just
years.
making that up. Stop.
Thank you for being the class act you are, the class of our state.
Nobody wrote that.
Happy birthday, dear Chuck. Nobody touches the hearts of Arkansans
See now.
quite like you do. Happy birthday.
You are so full of crap.
Dear Chuck.
Happy birthday.
I'll never forget. 4th and 17, the Hunter Henry heave.
Actually, 4th and 25.
25.
But you called it 17.
I did not.
I'm just making that up. That would have been good, though. That would have been good. But you called it 17.
Oh, it's funny.
Yeah. I'll never forget hearing your voice on the radio as a small child. I've grown up with you my entire life.
Now I'm 58.
I've followed your radio career since the sport. Happy birthday.
Now as a I listened to you growing up, and now as a grandparent, I think back on all the wise things you said.
And I'm like, well, that was so true. Happy birthday, Chuck Barrett. Oh, that's great. Just keep them coming. We'll keep reading them to you. In fact, if you want to wish anybody else a birthday, I mean, today's the day. Oprah's 71, Tom Selleck's 80, Chuck's Chuck.
Chuck is Chuck.
Chuck's Chuck.
I'm in my 60s.
Barely.
62.
Barely.
Eligible for Social
So this is
Security
actually an interesting question. Like, what birthdays do you really celebrate? Like 21, 16?
21 is a big deal.
16, 18, 21.
13's a big deal.
Okay, wow, we're going the wrong direction.
I'm just saying.
But I hear, yeah,
Well,
you're a teenager, right?
You know,
13,
when you get a
16,
certain age, that's what you think about. You know, the old days. So
13, 16,
13,
18,
16,
21.
18, 21. Then that pretty
How
much.
about 30? How about, do you have the big 30?
30's a pretty big deal.
40's a big deal to
Yeah,
people.
40,
people,
50.
And then 50.
You have your milestone.
Is
birthday.
it over at 50 in terms of we got to have a big party? It's his 50th. It's his 50th.
I know a lot of people do that. You know, they have a big 50th deal.
And then you got somebody nice that throws a surprise for somebody's like 47th birthday party. What? They're 47. You having a party? 47.
That's just an excuse to have a party.
Yeah. So at 62, like, I don't feel like this is going to get really celebrated.
It's really not. It's not.
I really would like for it to.
No, it's not.
But I don't.
Maybe some.
Yeah. But it is going to be nice Sunday when you get back basking in the glow of a Razorback victory at Bud Walton or at Rupp Arena.
It'll be nice. It's going to be nice today.
Smelling like bourbon with their heads down,
horses
staggering out of the
smell like a
Smell like
racetrack.
a horse trough. They'll be staggering out of Rupp Arena, head down.
That is fun when that happens.
And you'll just be chest out, rolling to the
there
bus.
There are certain places that when you're there as a visitor, it's fun to watch it empty out after you've beaten them. Kentucky in basketball's one. LSU in football's one. It's fun to watch Tiger Stadium empty out. And they can do it fast. I've seen them do it really quickly.
Cecil in Fort Smith with a happy birthday for Chuck. Cecil, good morning.
Good morning. Happy birthday, Chuck.
Thank you, Cecil.
and
Cecil's an old guy, too, man.
Whatever.
No, you're getting on up there.
That was exhilarating.
Put some brakes on that one.
Yeah, here we
That
go.
was inspiring right there.
No, thank you. Thank you very much.
Happy birthday, Chuck.
Every birthday is a special day. I honor all of that, man. You know,
I do too. I've beaten the odds
my mom
to
just
get
had
this
an
far.
anniversary. Yeah. My mother just had an anniversary. She's been gone for 18 years. It went really fast. But any day, like today, is actually your mom's birthday too. You know, and it's a special day, man. Just enjoy it, and kick back, and just be blessed, man.
Well, thank you. I will. That's nice of you, Cecil. Thank you.
Yeah, and Chuck, all the years because you took some big shoes when Paul Hills had that accident, and you kept it going, and man, and we're not gonna be here forever, but your voice will be here forever. What you've done over the years, and that's man, I'm gonna tell you something. I really appreciate you sharing your life. You know, all these years for the Razorbacks, and it's just it's crazy, man. And a lot of the themes, you know, like games, you know, I remember a lot. I ain't gonna go through that, but I could just remember a lot of things that you said over the years when buckets was made, games was won, and when we won the national championship. And man, that's some heavy stuff, man.
Well, thank you.
It is, man. I appreciate
very nice.
Chuck. Much love, buddy. Much love.
Thank you, Cecil.
Thanks, Cecil. I'm gonna hit you with something. I'm gonna hit you with something special for your birthday. You'll get it.
All right.
Oh, how about
Thanks, man.
Hey,
I appreciate it.
Thank you, Cecil. Hey, seriously, he's not wrong about that.
That's very nice. Thank you.
I mean,
Cecil's a good
I know
guy.
we're over here having fun, but I mean, in all seriousness, as a state, we're lucky to have you.
Well,
and not everybody has a great play-by-play guy. Not everybody has somebody doing it that grew up wanting to do it.
Chuck's like,
and,
kill me.
Jeez, it's like I'm dying over here.
I can see it.
From the bottom of my heart, you've had a very mediocre career, and I'm proud of you.
And I'm in the twilight of that very mediocre
That was
career.
what Paul always used to
that's
say.
What Paul always
I'm in the
said.
twilight of a mediocre
He was
career.
far from mediocre,
Oh,
let me tell you.
What
He
a
was far
what an
from mediocre.
awesome human. You know, just a smile on his face. Here's another awesome human, Eddie in Clarksville.
Eddie's had a birthday. Did I see that, Eddie, that you've had a birthday this week?
What?
Well, sir, you're exactly right. It was yesterday.
What?
And boy,
wow.
You know, for 53
We're like
years
missing
aboard the
everywhere.
hog train.
Happy birthday,
You know,
Eddie.
and so let me say this. You know, special moments in time, how special are they? I heard this quote once. I'd like to read it to you. Happy birthday, by the way, Chuck.
Thank you.
Let me say this to you. Listen to this quote. This about sums it up. As a true fan, I heard this said once. It said, the precious moments of life are too rare, too valuable to be forgotten. When they have passed, we should sort over them like a miser hoards over his gold, and bring them to light and rejoice over them. Let me say this. I rejoice over many moments in a football, baseball, and basketball. Absolutely, things are not doing well in a basketball program right now. But you can bet this. You talk about moments in time. You talk about, just let me go down memory
memory lane. One more time, baby. 1981. Woo! U.S. Reed shot to beat the defending national champions at Louisville. And then you talk about moments in time. And I've already mentioned it. Charles Ballantyne shot to beat Michael Jordan and the number 1 Tar Heels. And then when you talk about, maybe one of the greatest teams ever assembled on the court, 5 slammin' jammin' when they came into Fayetteville. Big Joe went to work on a team, the dream. And then you talk about the Fat Five, Jalen Rose, Chris Webber, to go to the Elite Eight, in the Elite Eight, to win the national championship when Scotty Thurman hit the shot to beat Duke. Special moments in time. Let's go to our first briefly. Some of my best wins all time. It all started with me in 1971. I was 7 years old. I get one thing against Texas and Little Rock, Arkansas. 31-0. And then decades later, and 1981, when Texas came into Fayetteville, ranked number 1 in the country, and we were led by All-American Billy Ray Smith, beat them 42-11. And one of my favorite games all time, in 2007 in Baton Rouge. Greatest performance I ever witnessed by a running back. Darren McFadden even played quarterback. The 50, the 48 thriller. And you talk about our baseball. Although we haven't won a national championship, we certainly have been knocked at the door several times. Could this be the year? Special moments in time, gentlemen. Happy birthday. And for the fan base, never ending your own personal life. Just enjoy life. Never take winning for granted. And stay aboard the Hog Train. And crank this song up for me. Keep Trick the Flame, because the flames must always be burning as a fan. Thank you for taking my call.
All right, Eddie.
Happy birthday, Eddie.
Man, that was a trip down memory lane right there. Wow.
That was his energy level was pretty high.
See, here's the deal, though. What he's doing right there,
reliving
you get 4 or 5
moments.
Guys from Arkansas who've been around a while who can remember all those games. It's something like, when somebody brings up a great game, there's always going to be somebody that just starts rattling them off.
Yeah, turn that up. Yep. Clay Henry's coming up. Paul in Fayetteville said he turned 50 on Monday. Man, I know so many January birthdays all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I listen, I'm from the bottom of my heart. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
That's okay, man.
I'm really sorry.
I understand self-absorption. I do. I only think about myself.
I've been thinking about April 8th,
I
since
know.
last
You've been thinking about
April
your
8th.
birthday.
Yeah.
I hope they wish me. I hope it's not 45 minutes into the show before Chuck and Edward remember on April 8th that it's my birthday.
Dear Chuck, I'll never forget when you called that U.S. Reed shot back in 1981.
Yeah. I didn't call it, but I remember where I was.
It's the Chuck and Bo Show on Chuck's birthday, 7:31. Clay Henry's coming up.
Stop. It's going to be a tough slog from now till the end of time.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I always enjoy talking about Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company. If you followed my radio career, you remember they were partners on the original Sports Rap radio program over 20 years ago. We've done business together from an advertising perspective.
Morning.
And more importantly, they've been my partners in buying and selling homes. I'd recommend it to anybody. They're in Northwest Arkansas, the River Valley, and in Branson. Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company, turning houses into homes since 1978.
Don't know what if it's
Our New Year's sale is on at Chevrolet of Fayetteville. Get total New Year's savings up to $13,000 on select in-stock new 2024 Silverados. That's up to $13,000 in total savings on a new Silverado. Limited time only during our New Year's sale at Chevrolet of Fayetteville in the Fayetteville Auto Park. Chevrolet, together let's drive. ChevroletofFayetteville.com. Savings include dealer discounts and all incentives on select models. Must qualify. See dealer for details. Expires 3/3/25.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Thank you all for your show. It's a great format in the morning. It's really nice to have knowledgeable people to wake up to and listen to. So thank you all.
guy is dominating offensively.
Indeed, he's also a quality guy. We had more fun talking with him. He was a walk-on. Now he's an All-American. He also is brilliant. He's a great student. Last week he got his MBA. The guy is just what top football is all about.
I've been called everything. Clark Kent, Kurt Rambis, Drew Carey, you name it, I've been called it.
Listen to every Razorback football game this season right here on ESPN 95.3 and hitthatline.com.
Precision Garage Door features the finest quality materials, installation, and service for all your garage door needs, including garage door repair and new garage doors and openers. Fully licensed and insured with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call Precision Garage Door today at 844-PDS-DOOR or check them out online at PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Financing is available. Precision Garage Door, voted Best Garage Door Company of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
Hey, this is Dr. Charlie Liggett at River Valley Smile Center. You may know me as your local dentist, but I'm a giant Hogs, Dolphins, and college baseball fan as well. Listen to me, Phil, and Matt talk about our 3 ups and downs for the weekend every Monday on halftime at 12:15. At River Valley Smile Center, we're a comprehensive dental facility that offers children's dentistry, dental implants, sedation, whitening, and much, much more. Dr. Cole Johnson, Dr. Hannah Cabe, and myself are located at 8309 Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith. River Valley Smile Center. When you come here, you become family.
Colorworks Paint and Body in Barling offers professional automotive painting, bodywork, and fabrication that is unsurpassed in talent and dedication. Owner Andy Herod uses the latest in collision repair technology to ensure all damage is addressed, whether it's visible or hidden, and works with all insurance companies. Andy and his crew have the experience and commitment to give you complete trust in the repair of your vehicle, no matter the size of the job. Colorworks is located at 1206 Fort Street in Barling, across from Dollar General, and is on Facebook where you can check out their work.
It's Ty Richardson with owner and operator Cecil Gardner with Jazzco Graphics, now 17 years in the industry. Cecil, this is the one-stop shop.
Yes, Jazzco Graphics Design, the one-stop shop, 2415 Midland, for your custom or buck order.
Why ESPN 95.3?
I really enjoy listening in, and it keeps my day going while I'm at work. Jazzco Graphics Design, 2415 Midland. It's on the corner of Midland and Kelly. Jazzco Graphics, the one-stop shop.
Hey everybody, this is Tyson Fan. Dad, tell everyone about your job at Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash.
Power washing, son. I've been working in the business for over 15 years, all over the River Valley and Northwest Arkansas, residential or commercial. At Mike Jr.'s Mobile Wash, our cleaning services include exterior home, fence, driveways, walkways, gutters, full deck cleansing, and more.
Call my dad at 479-763-5561.
Mike
Jr.'s Mobile Wash. One call, cleans it all.
Hey, Ty Richardson for Papa's Pub and Pizzeria. The best darn pizza in Fort Smith, perhaps the world. Rachel's at Papa's right now. Rachel, what do you think?
Papa's Pub and Pizzeria. The best darn pizza in Fort Smith, perhaps the world.
You can check out their menu at papaspub.com. Cricket, how about you?
Papa's Pub and Pizzeria. The best darn pizza in Fort Smith, perhaps the world.
Come on by and see us at Papa's Pub and Pizzeria, 508 Garrison Avenue in downtown Fort Smith.
AAA Business Systems is your printer, copier, and production print solutions provider. What makes AAA unique? Ricoh, Sharp, and Brother Equipment. Fast, friendly service from our office technology experts. All-inclusive service contracts, managed IT services, and 4 locations statewide. AAA Business Systems. Find us online at AAABM.com. AAA Business Systems. Anything else is just a copy.
Picture it. It's a day like any other. You're stuck in traffic on Rogers Avenue during rush hour. You're just ready to get home and relax with your family. And then, just like that, your life can change in an instant. And you're going to need a lawyer to make it right. I'm Phil Votaw with Phil Votaw & Associates. If this happens to you, call me, 479-434-6200, or online at votawlaw.com. I'm Phil Votaw, and you've never met a lawyer like me.
You're listening to The Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
And so they run with it because it's red meat. And these guys know when they say it that people are going to run with it because it's red meat.
I just had a vision of people running with red meat.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I have to point out the cleverness of Edwards' words. He was talking about red meat.
Yeah.
And the music in the background's Hungry Like the Wolf from Duran Duran. That doesn't happen by accident.
No,
that's the sort of production work that you only get on the Chuck and Bo Show.
That's what we were
No,
thinking.
it really is good.
We went and plucked them away from the Baylor Bears.
I just want to point that
That's
out.
what we were looking for.
For the non-discerning listeners, that there was a theme working there.
You know, every time we bring in our next guest, I want to say, Clay Henry, the publisher of Hogs Illustrated.
I do too.
Every time.
I always want to do it because I did it for years.
You
yeah.
said it for 12 years.
Yeah.
And now he's merely a Hall of Famer and a friend of the program.
Yeah, retired.
Clay, you there?
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not publisher anymore. Just understand that
you think you're glad.
That was work.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's glad. I know.
Well,
my wife's
I'll
sure
bet
glad.
she's really glad.
Happy birthday to Chuck, Clay. Maybe you've heard that it's
Is it really?
Chuck's
I thought
birthday.
His birthday was later.
Well, it's not. And I didn't know.
My good
I'm
friends.
ashamed to say
Yeah.
I didn't even
Is
I
it
didn't
really
know.
his birthday?
Yes.
You guys are.
I spent 20 minutes talking about, like Oprah Winfrey's birthday and Tom Selleck, and he's just over here talking about him, and then we get a text, happy birthday to Chuck, and I was like, what? And then I got on Facebook, and it was confirmed. That's where you can confirm any
Well, yeah, you
birthday is on
confirm anything
Facebook.
there.
Yeah.
You guys are my good friends, and I do appreciate you.
So what would you like for your
forgetting.
birthday?
Yeah, what do you want for your birthday?
Well, right now I'd like to quit talking about it. How about that? Let's just start right there.
That's off the
Well,
table.
you know, it's really good that you keep having them, though.
It's
No,
true.
you're right about that.
That's true. By the
You're
way,
right about that.
getting on to the sports topics of the day, Arkansas, you know, I don't know if you saw the stat that the SEC was supposed to be really good this year. And from January
The
4th until
non-conference.
now, it's 54. They're 54-54, 500 in the league. Because that's all you can be when you play each other.
I was gonna say,
But
it's
Archie-
kinda like when you
Yeah.
add up the minutes and say, "Gosh, the minutes in that box score, they added up to 200 again." It keeps happening.
That's another. That's a Ricky Henderson moment there. So does Arkansas? When you look at Tennessee's 4-4 in the league, all of a sudden, does Arkansas have a chance to get to 6-7 wins, and does that put them on the bubble?
I got to see more. I just got to be honest. What I've seen is hard effort, but they still make mistakes, and they make enough to get you beat when they don't have dynamic shooting or scoring. They're having to do it the hard way, which we hear Coach Cal say every time. He says we're going to have to be a grinded out team, and there's going to be a lot of close games. They got to start winning some. But the potential is still there because how hard they're playing. And I always thought that Houston Nuts teams really played hard and that they got better and that they had chance. And I thought that's, except for the Ole Miss game, Arkansas football last year, they had chances to win a lot of games. Even Texas, they were in it. But you got to win some of those, and Coach Cal knows that, and his team does. They just, they need to make one more play in the last game, or don't foul the 3-point shooters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like, how many times have you heard a coach say, "Don't foul a jump
Well,
shooter"?
and they gave up. They fouled 2 3-point shooters. We remember that. They also fouled a guy on a 2, and they gave up 8. They gave up 8 points, and they didn't miss any of those free throws.
No, they
that was a critical part of the game.
And that's the recipe on the road. Make your free throws.
Well,
Because that's the only
and
thing
make shots in
free you
general.
get.
Arkansas has got to do on the road what Oklahoma did Saturday night. They got to win ugly games. They got to find ways to win games ugly at the end, and that always involves making free throws on the road. Always.
Yeah, they went to Kentucky 2 or 3 years ago, and they didn't miss a free throw. I'm talking about Arkansas. It was incredible how many they made in a row and won that game. And you can just point to that and say that's how they did it. Because if they miss 5 to 8, well then they don't win. And that's normal. You don't make them all generally. You don't go like 28 for 28. I can't remember what it was, Chuck. But they had a game.
I don't
like that
recall
there,
exactly the numbers, but I remember they had a really good night at the line.
It was incredible.
Well, the game they won at home against Georgia, they were like 28 or 32 or something
Same
like that.
thing.
Yeah. And like,
Knox
here's
made
my
like 11 out of 13. Yeah.
Here's my thing, Clay. Like, they've got talent, and we've seen the flashes, but it's been inconsistent, especially offensively. They do play hard. They've rebounded better. They're playing good defense. And rather than look at it, I mean, we can choose to say, well, the season's over. This team's cooked. They're not what we thought they were. Or you could say, wow, will John L. Davis get anything figured out? Will the team overall start knocking down open shots? Will they stop having mental lapses? And did they go through their losing streak early? Some other teams are going to go through theirs maybe in the middle of the season, and they're going to figure out a way to win some games.
Yeah.
And like, it's going to be
It's still doable.
I don't know if they have it or not.
I don't either. But I got to see more than one game to say they got it.
Well, absolutely.
I got to see more than one win.
So what kind
they
of
win
chance?
2 or 3 more with the teams they're going to play. Most of them, now LSU doesn't get you any, big brownie points. South Carolina doesn't. But if they beat some of these teams that they're about to play, then they're in the NCAA tournament. If they win the other games that I just mentioned, you got to beat LSU. Maybe they go to, maybe they get Texas twice. Texas is kind of like they are. They've got a scoring guard that can light it up. Okay, that was my obligatory. Let me answer your question about can they make the NCAA tournament. It's about every 2 weeks, right? Can I ask you to get in about 2 weeks?
Well, maybe. I mean, they're going to have to win some games to ask that.
Yeah, that's what I
get in
just
2
said.
weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, let's move to Saturday's game. How great would it be to watch those Kentucky fans if somehow Arkansas was able to win the game? That would be one of Eddie's moments in time.
Yeah, it would. What would be really cool is like the first time they went up there with Miller and Day and those guys, and they basically held the ball on the last 5 minutes just for funsies, and the place emptied out.
And still scored over 100.
Well, I mean, they fouled them while they were holding it, so they still got some points, but they emptied the place out, and I mean, it's like I'll never forget. I think it was my dad and I went to the Italian restaurant across the street that Rick Pitino owned, and he came in there, and he says, I always do but he says, I usually come in here after a win. He says that Arkansas team is really good. That might have been their best team, but they got some injuries, or that team. When Oliver Miller got hurt, it wasn't the same. But that might have been Nolan's best players.
All right, we're going to take a break, come back, talk to Clay. We're going to get into this text about fans and deserving to quit and all these players making so much money while Arkansas is just losing and what's wrong with them. Clay Henry's with it. It's 7:46 on the Chuck and Bo Show. Chuck Barrett's birthday. Good morning.
Bo, if I was as good a husband as you were, a man on the radio, my wife would bow to me every day. You guys are top notch.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
With Oaklawn Sports, the action never stops and the season is never over. It's now easier than ever to wager on your favorite sports all year long. Go from football to basketball to baseball to golf. Bet on what you want, when you want, with the brand you trust. Oaklawn Sports even offers ways to bet on cricket, rugby, table tennis, and more. If it's a sport, chances are you can wager on it. Plus, it's now simpler to deposit and withdraw money from your account. Bet all year long with Oaklawn Sports, Arkansas's best sports betting app. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
I'm Dr. Scotty Bolding, a native Arkansan oral and maxillofacial surgeon. One of my goals is to make Arkansans healthier.
If you have sleep disorder breathing, it's important to treat it properly. The standard treatment's a breathing machine called CPAP. It helps you breathe during the night. However, there are other options thanks to some truly innovative and proven technologies.
Sleep is probably God's gift of medicine that we really don't utilize enough. If you have obstructive sleep apnea, it needs to be treated. So you need to be wearing your CPAP. So if you're not wearing your CPAP, there are some potential potential surgical solutions that can help you that actually work today. By correcting the jaw deformities that may be causing this obstructive sleep apnea is where we focus.
Dr. Bolding at Precedent Center for Facial and Dental Medicine works carefully with your sleep physician, determines where the underlying obstruction may be, and provides surgical solutions that open the airway, allowing you to breathe better.
Hey, give us a call, 479-755-3000, or log on to our website, precedent.com, PRECIDENT. We'd love to help.
Fayetteville Auto Park has been Northwest Arkansas's premier automotive dealer for a long time. There's a reason for that. It starts with great brands: Acura, Chevrolet, Honda, Toyota. Plus, they've got a huge pre-owned inventory. They've got an on-site collision center. And that really is what makes them your one-stop automotive headquarters. The best brands, the best people, the best service, and the best selection. Whatever your automotive needs, Fayetteville Auto Park.
If you haven't tried a flight by Yingling, you're missing out on the great taste of Yingling that is a light beer. It's the next generation of light beer. Get it on draft, in the can, the new skinny cans, and now the new 16-ounce resealable twist-off aluminum bottle. Perfect for any occasion. It's just 95 calories, and you're still enjoying a Yingling. Take your beer game to new heights with Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. There's simply not a better shopping experience than Macadoodles. Looking for the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits? Macadoodles or Guess Who in Bentonville has you covered. With an unbeatable selection, amazing prices, and service that's unbeatable, they've got everything you need. Whether you're stocking up for a party, updating your bar, or just grabbing your favorites, Roger and the team are always there to help. Make the smart choice. Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista at the state line, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I don't know what on time is for you, but yeah, you got here before the show started.
Whatever. Hey, have you ever seen anyone that takes so much pride in being the first one here?
We all plan to be on time, but fender benders, damaged windshields, and slick roads quickly disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design personal protection plans that work for you and help keep you on track. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Call Jeff Clark in Fort Smith or Brad Howell in Van Buren. Hey, Ty Richardson for Cut Above Lawn and Landscaping. Does your yard need to be serviced in the fall and winter months? Of course. A Cut Above is with you every step of the way. Whether it's commercial or residential, a Cut Above can handle all your needs. Tree service, stump grinding, brush hog, full landscaping. Plus, a Cut Above can take care of all your leaf removal. Call or text today at 479-719-5605. That's a Cut Above, 719-5605.
Hog fans, this is Matt.
This is Robert.
And this is Elizabeth, and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
The largest Razorback store south of the North Pole.
Folks, it's that time of year again.
Mom, what's he talking about?
Matt, I have no idea.
It's hoop time, and in about a month, it's going to be baseball season.
And the Stadium Shop has everything you need.
Whether it's decorating your fan cave or getting something to wear for the game, we have what you need.
We even have Nike basketball jerseys, sideline apparel, even brands like Cutter & Buck and Champion.
Or how about something from Tommy Bahama or Coliseum for those Hawaiian shirt Sundays?
Guys, Nike baseball team hats and jerseys will get here about the 1st of February. Hey, Matt, you know what's blue but doesn't weigh very much?
No, what?
Light blue.
Mom, please help.
Matt, there's no cure for a dad joke.
Folks, come by the Stadium Shop located at 989 South Razorback Road next to Baum Walker Stadium, or shop us on them Insta www.
Dad, it's
Facebook.
the website, which is shoponrazorback.com. That's shoponrazorback.com.
Or call us at 479-STADIUM. That's 479-782-3486.
Folks, it does not get more Razorback than us.
Go Hogs.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
I mean, don't be dumb. And I don't mean that to be critical. I mean, literally, don't be dumb.
Yes, you do.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Wonder who Clay's rooting for in the Super Bowl.
Who are you rooting for, Clay?
Well, you know, we've got a Razorback connection, and this is a family that I've kept up with through the years and call every once in a while. Jeremiah Washburn is the outside linebacker defensive end coach for the Eagles.
Oh, there you go.
His dad, Jim, was with the Eagles a long time, wasn't he?
Yep.
And Jeremiah was with Miami for a while, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so he and Dow Loggins were kind of a team for a while. They both, Dow liked him to be, he was coaching offensive line at that time.
Yeah.
But he's Eagles. And he's the last 3 or 4 years they've had some great sack totals with those guys that they've drafted really well at that position, and that's
good for him. Good for him.
So
I like
I'm
Jeremiah.
pulling for him. He went to the Super Bowl 3 years ago, I guess, with the Eagles. So this is his second one.
I've got an Arkansas connection. Andy Reid, who has given Arkansans a reason to root for the Chiefs. I'll be rooting for the Chiefs on Sunday.
He lives across the street from my brother.
Well, that's even better. So now you have also a reason to root for the Chiefs. Okay, we have a special request that we'll get. Do you mind obliging to the special request of reading some 50 Cent lyrics for Chuck's birthday?
For Chuck, I would do it. Edward sent me the message. I really, I don't spend my day thinking, what can I do to help Edward?
But what everyone knows is you can recite rap lyrics on command.
They're memorized. Yeah.
Are we going to play some
taking shots at me?
He needed Chuck to send a text message.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
my go-to is to do 50 Cent. I hope we have some 50 Cent.
Well, that's
now.
what we got. Here we go. Start. Are you going to play the instrumental? Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. Start reading it, please, for Chuck.
Go, 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 shawty. It's your birthday. We're going to party like it's your birthday.
There it is.
We're going to sip Bacardi like it's your birthday. And we don't. I'm not saying that.
Okay.
It's your birthday. You can find me in the club. Bottle full of bub. Look, Miami, I got the X. If you into taking drugs, I'm into having. Edward should keep it clean. I ain't into making. So come give me a hug if you're into getting rubbed.
All right, that'll be fine. That'll do.
I can't go any farther. Chuck, are you into getting rubbed?
I'm not going there, man.
That'll do. That'll do.
Well, the song does.
But you're
double meaning.
Yeah,
kids,
that's
parents figure out a way to just kind of tell the kids something
that
else.
that meant the world. Thank you,
gosh.
Clay.
Yeah, it sure did.
That meant the world.
Clay,
I had that on my heart. Ever since they said it was your birthday,
I had that on my heart. I just wanted to share.
We got to do
That's funny.
We got to have an event where people show up at Heidi's Ugly Cakes in North Fork and have Clay read rap lyrics for those in attendance. Clay, thank you. Clay Henry.
You're welcome.
Appreciate
Have a
you.
good day.
You too, man. And happy birthday to Chuck.
Happy birthday to Chuck.
Chuck Barrett.
That was beautiful.
Touching the hearts of
Having
Arkansans.
great vision enhances every part of life. That's why I go to McDonald Eye Associates. Whether it's a pair of readers or LASIK surgery, you know you're in good hands. You've heard former quarterback and now coach Ty Story talk about his great LASIK results with McDonald Eye. The surgeons there have done more LASIK procedures than anybody in the state of Arkansas and have helped numerous athletes get better results through improved vision. When it comes to vision, nobody sees it like McDonald Eye. Guys, regardless of our age, feeling good is something we all want. That's what the Sweat No Edge is all about. It's where health, confidence, and peak performance come together. We all face challenges like low energy, hair loss, who's looking at me, stubborn weight, and skin health. The good news is we can do something about it. Get your free evaluation today and see where you are. Chuck and I have both done it and are better off for it. Log on to sweatnomcosmetic.com and click on the Sweat No Edge.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Being a Razorback fan isn't just about the game. It's about the community, the tradition, and the moments that matter. At Blakeman's Fine Jewelry, the official jeweler of the Arkansas Razorbacks, they understand the importance of those moments. That's why they offer a selection of fine jewelry that goes beyond the ordinary. just like our hogs. Visit Blakeman's Fine Jewelry in Rogers, where you'll find that perfect piece to celebrate your Razorback spirit and the special moments in your life.
We bring in players. They didn't grow up with a Woo Big Chili. They don't bleed hog red. They bleed money.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, this is Ty Richardson for Jake Neal and his team at Jerry Neal's Barbecue. Jake's dad, Jerry, started cooking barbecue at Jerry Neal's in 1977, and Jake took over and has been doing the same thing ever since. I got ribs the last time I was there. Woo! Man, they were good. Don't forget about the catfish either. It's cooked to order, so it's hot and fresh every single time. The best catfish in the River Valley. Jerry Neal's Barbecue, Catfish, and Catering, 1823 Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, we will be in and out of the clouds. There's a chance of seeing some showers south or high in the upper 50s to low 60s. Wet weather continues tonight, mid-40s north, low 50s south, and then showers, a few thunderstorms on Thursday, some with heavy rainfall, highs in the 50s and 60s. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
Fayetteville is 1,843 miles away, but the call of the Hogs can be heard all the way to San Francisco.
ESPN 95.3 and HitThatLine.com.
Hog fans, this is Matt.
This is Robert.
And this is Elizabeth, and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
The largest Razorback store south of the North Pole.
Folks, it's that time of year again.
Mom, what's he talking about?
Matt, I have no idea.
It's hoop time, and in about a month, it's going to be baseball season.
And the Stadium Shop has everything you need.
Whether it's decorating your fan cave or getting something to wear for the game, we have what you need.
We even have Nike basketball jerseys, sideline apparel, even brands like Cutter & Buck and Champion.
Or how about something from Tommy Bahama or Coliseum for those Hawaiian shirt Sundays?
Guys, Nike baseball team hats and jerseys will get here about the 1st of February. Hey, Matt, you know what's blue but doesn't weigh very much?
No, what?
Light blue.
Mom, please help.
Matt, there's no cure for a dad joke.
Folks, come by the Stadium Shop located at 989 South Razorback Road next to Baum-Walker Stadium, or shop us on them Insta www.
Dad, it's
Facebook.
the website, which is shoponrazorback.com. That's shoponrazorback.com.
Or call us at 479-STADIUM. That's 479-782-3486.
Folks, it does not get more Razorback than us.
Go Hogs. You're listening to ESPN 95.3.
Good pick, good pick.
KERX Paris Fort Smith.
The drinking all day.
Hey, it's Ty Richardson, my buddy Simon Wheeler with Wheeler Power Sports. Stop by the studio. Simon, what's going on post-Christmas?
If you have a name brand motorcycle, ATV, or side-by-side you would consider selling or trading, call or text or use bike buyers at 479-783-5822 or visit us online at wheelerpowersports.com. Buy, sell, or trade Wheeler is the one for 2025. Try to be Fort Smith's authorized dealer for Kawasaki, Suzuki, Polaris, and Slingshot.
Simon Wheeler at Wheeler Power Sports in downtown Fort Smith, keeping the good times rolling since 1967.
This is Daryl Johnston with Hashtag Managed IT Services. We are excited to now be part of AAA Business Systems. Hashtag will continue to handle every IT need your business will have, and now, as part of AAA Business Systems, we can handle all of your document printing and storage solutions. Together, we have the expertise to meet all of your office technology needs. Find us online at aaabm.com or call us at 471-1771.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's #1 mobile app for placing sports wagers.
In Arkansas, 7 out of every $10 placed on a sporting bet app is with Bet Saracen, because Bet Saracen offers more ways to win and more ways to get paid, and faster. Find your winners on Bet Saracen and look for my R prop bet specials. I pick them and you win them.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
The Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Online and on the air and now everywhere you go. Tune in to the greatest moments of Razorback sports with Chuck Barrett, Bo Mattingly, Tommy Kraft, Ty Richardson, Phil Elson, Matt Jones, and Ruskin and Zach with our Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Stay connected no matter where you go with the Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Download for free in the Apple app or Google Play stores. Just search Hit That Line Now. It's fueled by Taco Bell. You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
Remember when we were talking about starting this show, and Chuck says to me, and I want us to be strong on pop culture.
What I meant was everybody else.
I just kind of nodded. Was like, oh. And then
I look back now, I would say these
we had
things.
no clue.
And Bo would just be suppressing laughter. Oh, we got to do weather. We got to do weather. I realize now that you guys were all scoffing at my idea.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
That was a called play, and I called it, Chuck.
Back to Save Sports Radio.
I'm ready to roll right now,
Can you
Bo.
believe we're doing this?
This brings back.
Just like old times.
This is getting ridiculous, Bo Mattingly.
Northwest Arkansas is growing. It deserves an intelligent sports radio.
Two ball play guys with a face for radio.
Here is Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
I don't know if we really know what to do with Arkansas basketball. But they need to get out there and play another game, and they need to win a game so we can talk about that. But right now, we got a whole week of talking about we don't know if they're going to win another game or win 6 more games. I really don't. I mean, I'm looking at the rest of the league, and I see Kentucky beat Tennessee last night, which I think is great for Arkansas in this game.
Kentucky played well.
But it really sets up for a letdown. I mean, if you go lose to Tennessee, you got everybody, pressing probably a little bit for a win. Not really pressing, but, you have the full attention. I think they think they're going to roll Arkansas.
It's hard to imagine Kentucky playing free and loose on Saturday night because there's been so much buildup to this game. And I'm going to be very honest with you. To me, one of the most impressive things about their win last night was they beat a good team on the road with a game their fans loom as the biggest of the year coming up on Saturday. So I thought it was an impressive win on their part. But look, they're going to have to play tight. And I think there will be a little bit of tightness there. I find it hard to believe they're going to play free and easy Saturday night. There's going to be some pressure on them. But Arkansas needs Kentucky to play tight, and Arkansas needs to do some things that they've not done consistently. They've executed their offense. They've gotten open shots. They've not made them. They're going to make those shots. And then you've got to have a little bit of help. And it'll be that way in more than one game the rest of the way.
John Calipari earlier this week on his radio show.
Do you know what I'm thinking about our next game? How do I get these players to continue to believe? I told them, if we had won the games we were supposed to and maybe stole one, we're like in the hunt, and we're not that far off. But I'm telling you, you're going to have to take someone's lunch money. They're not giving it to you. Just how it is.
You ever take anybody's lunch money, Chuck?
No. Never have.
Never took anybody. That'd be good for them to go in and take the lunch money of Kentucky fans.
The question is, did you ever have your lunch money taken from you?
Well,
that's the question.
I was smart. Yeah. I had big friends.
Quick,
a very young age.
Quick feet and big friends.
That's exactly right.
That's all you need.
At a very young age. And I did okay with that. But I had to have help. You got to have help along the way, Chuck.
I know.
And Arkansas is going to need some help
on
Saturday night.
Look, they are. And there's nothing wrong with admitting that. They're going to have Kentucky play less than what they've played in some games.
I'm just dreaming up this scenario of Darren McFadden at LSU, and he brings the little baseball bat out. He says, you got to bring that wood. And I'm seeing now John Calipari doing an interview on the Rupp Arena floor, having just beaten Kentucky, and a player comes up and says, we took that lunch money.
Think that'll happen?
That's what I'm going. That's in the script.
Well, it could.
I've got it in the script.
Certainly
for the movie.
I hadn't thought about that, but that is that would be a nice ending.
We took that lunch money.
That would be dramatic. Who do you have saying it?
Theoro.
Okay. That's what I was going to ask. Yeah. I mean, that's what I was going to wonder, though. Would it be Theoro?
Avicic comes in after scoring 23 and 12 rebounds, and then he says it.
They, Kentucky feels like they got a score to settle, and they're licking their chops.
And I don't understand the score they're trying to settle.
Well, they've invented it in their minds, and that's how it works. But Arkansas is going to need Kentucky to play a little tight, and then Arkansas is going to have to get some stops and make some shots they've not made, and make free throws. And I mean, there's not a lot of margin for error. Let's not act like there is.
So Hog fans are struggling with this team, and I understand why. And it's frustrating. Anytime you lose, it is. But just the whole thing, you had super high expectations coming in. It's just not materializing. But Gavin in Fayetteville pointed out in the last hour via text, if anyone is allowed to quit, it's the fans. We pay money to watch these guys lose while they make more than 99% of the state does in a year in 6 months. Is that valid?
Oh, I think it's understandable for people to get upset. I think it's understandable for people to look at money. And Rick Barnes was talking about this the other night, that, that's the cold, hard reality of this, is you may only be a teenager, but you're viewed as a pro now. And people are going to treat you like that, whether it's fair or not. So, but here's the thing. The average Razorback basketball fan, they're not doing any more for basketball financially than they did last year. The money that's paying these players coming from somebody else. It's not coming from the average Arkansan out there. I mean, there's a group of people that are providing the money, and it's not affecting the other people. This, we're paying them this money. There's not any weird to it. So, no, I don't think from that standpoint people necessarily have a right to give up, but I understand why they do. Look, when you're 1-7 in conference play, there's going to be people give up. I mean, that's just the reality of it. But a lot of people are assigning blame and things of that nature. But the bottom line for me throughout all this has been virtually everything that's happening right now. And I say this having seen other coaches come in here in their first years. This is all the byproduct of a first season. All of this is the byproduct of a first season. Let me tell you, folks, Petrino's first year was not that great. I see a lot of parallels between Calipari's year this year and Petrino's first year in football. I see a lot of parallels to Muss's last year and Pelfrey's last year. You watch this thing cycle around a few times, and you start noticing similarities. Things turned out okay under Petrino in terms of wins and losses. This will turn out okay too. It's just not going to be this year.
Cal said the other day that he's all in at Arkansas. Happy to be here. He's all in. He wants to take this thing to a different level. Are Arkansas fans all in with Cal? And if not, is it just because
his style's different?
Games or what?
I think obviously that's the number one reason. He's not won enough games for people's liking so far. But his style is different. Muss came in. We didn't know who Muss was, but it sure was cool when he ran over to the student section and pumped his fist and took his shirt off, and we loved it. Gave us credit. Talked about how great the fans were, and high-fived the students, and, jumped into the student section and all that. That's not who Cal is. Cal's a 65-year-old man. He ain't jumping into the student section. If they were to drop him, he'd get hurt. He's not doing that. He would.
That's just not his style.
It's not his thing.
Nah.
And so sometimes I think people feel like, well, he doesn't love it as much as I do. He doesn't love the Razorbacks as much as I do. And I'm just not buying that.
Well, we just have an interesting dynamic here because it's a brand new situation and nobody's quite sure how to handle it, and you're not winning. But I'm interested in the psyche of Razorback fans from this standpoint. Some people are like, well, this is a miss. It's not going to work, and they're not letting anything play out. And other people are like, well, this is really disappointing, and we'll see. Like, maybe it'll change. But I don't know that a lot of people are saying, hey, man, this is definitely going to work. It may not work this year, but this whole thing is going to be fine. And I'm a little surprised by that because he's always won everywhere he's been. Oh, the microphone just died on Chuck on his birthday. Well, yeah, the cord fell. I don't know what happened there, but it just it's COVID. The microphone has COVID.
I'm working now. All right, we got a short. We got a short over here.
Do we ever?
Yeah, you got to.
Oh, it happened
Hit
again.
that thing again.
Yeah, we've
got
been
problems.
exposed.
We have problems.
What is it about? This is how the team has been. What is it about when one thing goes wrong, then the next thing, the printer doesn't
I'm gonna
work,
battle through
your
it.
microphone
I'm
doesn't
battling
work,
through it
Bart
right
has
now.
COVID, and in the middle of it all, we find out it's your birthday. And that's the curse. When you sit on your birthday and you don't tell anybody that, and Edwards
Just because you got-
Mike Stan just came. What is happening? That's
Jeez.
unbelievable. Well, it's Chuck's birthday, and I wish you could see what I'm seeing because it's an implosion of the studio.
What happened over there with your microphone,
Well, he
Edward?
can't speak. It's his whole thing's gone.
Oh.
I mean, Edward's been rearranging things for.
Mine is a mic cord issue.
Yeah, it is. It is.
It's a mic cord issue.
It sure is. All right, 8:13. Hunter Henry joins us in studio when we come back with Chuck's birthday mic.
The way you guys have fancied up the pig in the blanket, I mean, it's just kolache now is part of my vocabulary.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
It seems like everything is more expensive this year, but at Pascal Air Plumbing and Electric, we're here to help lighten the load. This new year, enjoy no payments and no interest on all home repairs and replacements. Whether it's fixing that stubborn plumbing issue, replacing an aging heating and air system, or upgrading your electrical, our Pascal pros are here to keep your home running smoothly and stress-free. Visit GoPascal.com today to schedule your service. Pascal Air Plumbing and Electric. Professional people, professional service. See dealer for details with approved credit. Restrictions apply.
Guys, regardless of our age, feeling good is something we all want. That's what the Sweatnum Edge is all about. It's where health, confidence, and peak performance come together. We all face challenges like low energy, hair loss, who's looking at me, stubborn weight, and skin health. The good news is we can do something about it. Get your free evaluation today and see where you are. Chuck and I have both done it and are better off for it. Log on to SweatnumCosmetic.com and click on the Sweatnum Edge.
Oaklawn is your hot springs escape. Enjoy plush comfort, upscale dining, and Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa at our luxury hotel. And with easy access to Hot Springs National Park and sparkling lakes, Oaklawn is your home base for everything the region has to offer. Come stay, play, and get away at Oaklawn, a Forbes Travel Guide recommended hotel. Make your reservation at oaklawn.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Having great vision enhances every part of life. That's why I go to McDonald Eye Associates. Whether it's a pair of readers or LASIK surgery, you know you're in good hands. You've heard former quarterback and now coach Ty Story talk about his great LASIK results with McDonald Eye. The surgeons there have done more LASIK procedures than anybody in the state of Arkansas and have helped numerous athletes get better results through improved vision. When it comes to vision, nobody sees it like McDonald Eye.
Just thinking, what is a Pirates' favorite college football team?
Say it, Bart.
Arkansas.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
This is Daryl Johnston with Hashtag Managed IT Services. We are excited to now be part of AAA Business Systems. Hashtag will continue to handle every IT need your business will have, and now, as part of AAA Business Systems, we can handle all of your document printing and storage solutions. Together, we have the expertise to meet all of your office technology needs. Find us online at aaabm.com or call us at 471-1771.
Hog fans, this is Matt.
This is Robert.
And this is Elizabeth, and we're with the Stadium Shop on Razorback.
The largest Razorback store south of the North Pole.
Folks, it's that time of year again.
Mom, what's he talking about?
Matt, I have no idea.
It's hoop time, and in about a month, it's going to be baseball season.
And the Stadium Shop has everything you need.
Whether it's decorating your fan cave or getting something to wear for the game, we have what you need.
We even have Nike basketball jerseys, sideline apparel, even brands like Cutter and Buck and Champion.
Or how about something from Tommy Bahama or Coliseum for those Hawaiian shirt Sundays?
Guys, Nike baseball team hats and jerseys will get here about the 1st of February. Hey, Matt, do you know what's blue but doesn't weigh very much?
No, what?
Light blue.
Mom, please help.
Matt, there's no cure for a dad joke.
Folks, come by the Stadium Shop located at 989 South Razorback Road next to Baum Walker Stadium, or shop us on them Insta book.
Dad, it's
Facebook.
the website, which is shoponrazorback.com. That's shoponrazorback.com.
Or call us at 479-STADIUM. That's 479-782-3486.
Folks, it does not get more Razorback than us.
Go Hogs.
Hi, I'm Kelly Smith, owner of Dixie Digital Imaging. Are you stuck in a paper jam of printer prices? Paper cuts from budget cuts? Don't throw in the towel. Call Dixie Digital Imaging and dive into our new and used inventory blowout.
All right,
We're
you want me to
slashing
touch it?
prices on top-of-the-line Xerox,
Don't
Brother,
touch
and
it.
Epson printers and multifunction
That's hard
devices,
for me to do.
gently used or brand new models that are tired of being in our warehouse. Don't miss out on these deals. Call 479-783-6600 for more
Good.
details. Quantities and availability are limited. Dixie
Testing,
Digital
testing.
Imaging,
No, I
bringing
can't hear myself.
document innovations to the River Valley.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning and take that as a win by just resisting. And sorry I put it in your head, but just resist the urge.
Assuming I have it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, welcome in. It's Chuck's birthday, and Hunter Henry, the great Hunter Henry, is joining us in studio. No, you're good.
I just can't hear it.
Yeah.
Now I can.
Yeah. Well.
Okay. Now we're
it's been
good.
a day.
You told me not to touch the microphone.
Don't touch it.
Don't touch it.
No. It's really difficult for you.
It is. I like to move that thing around.
Hunter, welcome.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Yeah,
what
it's
a
great
thrill.
to have you in here.
What a thrill to have Hunter.
6'6" doesn't walk into the studio very often.
No,
Is
it does
Is that
not.
where you are, 6'6"?
Yeah, on a good day. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm probably standing at 6'6" today.
Got some
I'm about
presence.
6'5" and a
Standing
half.
tall.
Got
Yeah.
some presence to
Yeah,
it.
standing tall. It's off season, feeling good.
So you spend your off season, at least part of it, here on the hill.
On the hill, yeah,
where it
we're
all
back.
started.
Yeah, we're back. Wife's from down the street in Fort Smith. Got a bunch of family here, so it was just a matter of time to come back.
And you're from Little Rock.
Yep.
Which part of Little Rock, so we don't offend anybody?
I'm from West Little Rock.
Okay.
So
make sure we get that right.
Yep.
Hey, what's the off season? And it's going to sound like a dumb question. How long is the off season? What's the off season like for a pro football player? Do you sleep till noon? I mean, do you work out every day? I mean, what do you do?
It's changed through the years. Obviously, having kids changed a lot.
Yeah.
You got
that
two?
For sure. I got two kids. Obviously, the last few years, it's off season's been a little longer than we've wanted. Obviously, it starts if you're not in the playoffs. It starts a little earlier. We just haven't been successful the last few years and haven't put the product out there that we wanted. But what the offseason looks like, man, honestly, at the beginning, it's just trying to get back into dad mode a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm away a lot throughout the season. Obviously, I'm still there in a way, but there's that separation. So just spending time with my kids, spending time with my wife. And then eventually, I mean, you got to get back into training and get ready for the next year. That's really where you can make a lot of jumps.
Hunter Henry just finishing his 4th season in New England. Tell me if I get anything wrong. 8th year in the NFL.
Nice.
66
Man, that's
catches,
impossible.
674 yards last year, which is up above around your career high. Couple touchdowns for his career. 4,527 yards and 40 touchdowns in the NFL for a tight end. I mean, Hall of Fame type stuff, right?
No, let's not do
Hey,
that.
it'll
I'm
get
not-
you more than one contract.
I'm not that.
Well,
Yeah,
it'll get you
I'm-
more
You
than
got
one
2
contract.
years left on your contract in
I
New
do.
England?
Yeah, I do. I just finished my 9th year, though. 9th year.
So it's your 9th year.
Yeah.
Well, I do struggle with math.
Yeah, it's all good.
And I added it myself.
Yep.
So Bart wasn't here.
Yeah, you're
As
good.
we sprayed down his area.
It's
over
it's
there,
kind of
so
weird
you don't
because
get
the
COVID.
year you get drafted, you actually play in a way. So sometimes you forget that year.
But that's like a lengthy
But you didn't forget.
professional football career. I mean, you played
It really
9
is.
years in the NFL. I mean, you've beaten it by about 3 times, haven't you?
Yeah. Man, yeah, God is good. Man, I've been blessed to play this game for a while, and man, I still love it just as much as when I first came in. Honestly, I might love it even more now. I enjoy the process. I enjoy so many aspects of it, so it's been a blast.
Being a professional football player, I mean, some of the things you're talking about, that's just part of being a pro. Whatever you do. When you came into the league, how long did it take you to kind of adapt to those norms? That there's a certain way a pro acts. You're not in college anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like I've always been pretty level-headed. I think
Yeah.
I came in with a good head on my shoulders to attack just the league in general as a professional. I feel like in college I treated it in that aspect. I feel like I was able to attack things in a lot of ways. So
you were born 30 is what you're trying to say.
Yeah, I'm kind of, I guess, an old head even when I was young. But I think I credit a lot of it to, like, I was very fortunate to get into a locker room with a guy like Phillip Rivers when I was really young, a guy like Antonio Gates. We had a few older guys too in the room that were huge and pivotal for me, just to be able to lean on, because it is a lot to balance, and it is a big league, and you kind of have to perform, and there's a lot of pressure, there's a lot of different things. So I had a lot of guys to lean on.
I'm interested. You made the comment about trying to transition into the off season, and that's where now you're more of a full-time dad and part-time football player. Where football season, you're a full-time football player, part-time dad. I know it's not really like that, but
Right.
but what is that like sort of process like? I don't think we all understand like the mentality, the workload, how you go through a season.
Yeah, I mean, a season is grueling and hard and long and demanding and emotional and physical, and you know, everybody battles some kind of injury or something that you're battling through. It's rare that you go through a whole season where it's not just something, you know, you're fighting through or getting through for a few weeks. So it's just a long year. You know, it's a 5 month, you know, 4 or 5 month like sprint. And every week is so important in the NFL. So it is. It's grueling, and it could be, you know, it's hard on us, but it's also hard in a way, like on the families, because they can feel that. Like my wife can feel the pressure and the grueling, and see the pain and see the behind the scenes stuff of, you know, waking up on a Monday morning and trying to attack that week and get back to the, you know, the level that I need to be at by the next Sunday. So yeah, it's a lot, and then balancing that with, you know, having two young kids that, you know, I need to be present in their life as well. It could be hard, but I feel like I have a fantastic wife, and she is amazing and keeps everything together, and makes our life really, really easy in so many aspects, so that like I can balance all that.
Man, I wonder when you're in it, how you kind of separate the pressure from just being you. You know, and when you talk about all those things, I hear you on like how that other stuff, like if your personal life's not great,
Yeah.
you know, like I can see how that would just impact. It seems like to me, you're like the mentality that you have to have is as important as anything. And I kind of relate that to what we watch a little bit. That, like, we're seeing this with the Arkansas basketball team. You don't know how these guys are going to react to having more money than they've ever had, to coming in and playing with all this pressure. Plus, they're playing for their future and trying to get looks. You're doing that every day.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I mean it's a performance-based business, man. Like you gotta go out there and perform every day. Like I gotta perform at practice. I gotta do every day you got to be on. You know, you can't. I mean, obviously, you're gonna have days where you're not at your best, but you can't. You're gonna have a lot more days where you're at your best than you are not at your best. So it can be demanding. There's a lot of pressure in a lot of aspects, but I think there's, you know, for me, my faith is big in just keeping me grounded in who I am. No matter, you know, I don't really ride the roller coaster. And then secondly, really, it's just the people you surround yourself with. Like I got a great people kind of in my corner. I keep that small. I mean, really, my wife's probably number one that just keeps me grounded, keeps me humble, keeps me level-headed when things are kind of crazy. And then my parents, my family have always been great for me and being in my corner.
Bo brought up something there I want to circle back to. I know you keep up with college football still, getting paid now.
Yeah.
Guys are coming into money. You've seen players, I'm sure, come into money, and I mean things change. What happens when you're young and all of a sudden you've got a lot of money? You see it now with college players. I just wonder what you've seen in the pros and kind of how you equate the two together.
Yeah, I think I've seen it go two different ways. I've seen the guy that obviously gets the money and he's like, I made it, and I don't really have to do much anymore. and eventually that catches up to you. And now there's the rare outlier that is so talented that can, outlier that in a way. I've seen that side of things, but eventually it's going to catch up to you. For me personally, once I came into some money, it was actually, I had a different flip of a switch of like, wow, I got to work harder now because there's this expectation and there's this, okay, I made this. I got to prove it. Let me go out here and prove why they gave me this. That's always kind of been my mentality in a way of like, all right, like you gave me this, like now I got to prove it. Like I did earn it in a way for sure. I definitely earned it, but now on the back end of like you paying me, I want to go out here every day and show you why you paid me that.
Is that the common feeling among players? I mean, honestly, is that the common feeling?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I couldn't say that definitively.
But you've seen it both ways, I guess.
I have seen it
Yeah.
both ways for sure. But I think a majority of guys want to prove it in a way. That can be a lot too. That in itself is a lot of pressure, and just trying to prove it day in, day out. But yeah, man, I think the work doesn't stop. What got you to that point to earn that, like you should continue that process, no matter, the dollar sign next to your name.
Well, for so many of us, I mean, you're working a long time, even as, if you're 40, 50 years old, like what is making it? Like you're trying to make a certain amount of money and it's not all there is to life, but that's how success is judged a lot. And when you're in your 20s and you make this money, and then I wonder about this lifestyle. So when you go into the NFL as a rookie, what was it like just looking around at the life that is, I'm an NFL starter and you having to choose how you're going to live your life, and is it going to be this new world that's been opened up to you, or how do you navigate that? And I could see where that would be challenging for everybody on some level.
Yeah, it's going back to what I kind of said earlier, is just like, I mean, I'm a pretty simple guy. Like I really am. Like I don't need much. So like I don't need the nice things. Like I don't really need like a nice car. So it was actually funny when I first got in the league. When I turned 16, my dad gave me like a 1999 Toyota 4Runner. It was like his car, and he gave it to me, and I was pumped, dude. I was like, this is sick. So I drove that all throughout college.
What year was that when you got that?
I got that in.
So it was a 99. How old was the vehicle?
I was probably like 2009.
Yeah, it was like a 10-year-old vehicle.
So it was a 10-year-old at that time.
Yeah.
So I drove it till I was done with college, about 16. So it was like 17, 18-year-old car. Like it had a good amount of mileage on it, and I was like, dude, I don't need a car. Like I don't, there's when you drive through a NFL parking lot, sometimes you're like, man, this is like you can make some real damage, like taking a few of these cars.
Yeah.
Like my dad was always like shocked just walking through an NFL parking lot, because it's just like the cars that you see, some of them you've never even seen probably before. So that was an interesting dynamic, but like for the first 3 years of my career, I just drove that Toyota 4Runner, and it was pretty beat up by this time. And
take a lot of grief over that.
Oh yeah. Every day I would drive it in, and I just remember Antonio Gates would just give me he was like, dude, you're a second round pick. You could go get yourself a nice car. And I was like, for what? I don't need it, dude. Like I really don't need it. Like it's not that big a deal to me. Like what's me driving? Like it's just getting me from point A to point B. Like that's really in my mind, that's just how my mind works. I was like, I mean, it's not that special. I don't need anything on the exterior to make me look that cool. So I got a lot of grief for it, and then eventually in my third year, I did end up getting a new car.
Well, it's paid off for you. I mean, the mentality, the work ethic, the level-headedness. You're 9 years in the NFL. Now, Hunter Henry's with us. We're going to take a break, come back, visit with Hunter some more. Brought to you in part by First Security Bank, Pasco Air Plumbing and Electric, the Fayetteville Auto Park, Flight by Yingling, and the Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company. Hunter Henry, New England Patriot tight end. 4th and 25 Razorback hero. Back in a minute on the Chuck and Bo Show. Chuck's birthday, by the way. Don't forget to send him a message on Facebook, because he'll read all of them.
What do you think Brian and Ozark was doing under the full moon? I have a vision of some peyote, a tailgate, and a Keystone Light.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
There's no better shopping experience than you're going to find at Macadoodles or at Guess Who in Bentonville. And every Wednesday is Wine Down Wednesday. 15% off every bottle of wine in the store, even if it's already on sale. But when it comes to selection, amazing prices, and unbeatable customer service, Macadoodles and Guess Who in Bentonville is second to none. Wine, beer, and spirits. Stock up for your next party or just stop by and grab your favorite. Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
I always enjoy talking about Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company. If you followed my radio career, you remember they were partners on the original Sports Rap radio program over 20 years ago. We've done business together from an advertising perspective, but more importantly, they've been my partners in buying and selling homes. I'd recommend them to anybody. They're in Northwest Arkansas, the River Valley, and in Branson. Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company, turning houses into homes since 1978. There's nothing like a college football Saturday, a few beers, your phone, and Twitter.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I tell you what, I know this got a lot of guys with some big hearts. For 3 hours or however long, maybe 4 hours, we're the best team in the country today. And it's offense, defense, and special teams. There's some guys like Darren McFadden, baby. Y'all better put him in the Heisman. You better put him up there. I'm tired of him being number 4. We got that wood right here, baby. Somebody better look at this guy's the best football player in the country, and his name's not being mentioned. Lou Holtz, Mark May, number 5. You better look at him a little closer. He's a football player.
ESPN 95.3 and hitthatline.com.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's #1 mobile app for placing sports wagers.
In Arkansas, 7 out of every $10 placed on a sporting bet app is with Bet Saracen, because Bet Saracen offers more ways to win and more ways to get paid, and faster. Find your winners on Bet Saracen and look for my R prop bet specials. I pick them and you win them.
Bet Saracen is Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
The Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Online and on the air and now everywhere you go. Tune in to the greatest moments of Razorback sports with Chuck Barrett, Bo Mattingly, Tommy Kraft, Ty Richardson, Phil Elson, Matt Jones, and Ruskin and Zach with our Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Stay connected no matter where you go with the Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Download for free in the Apple app or Google Play stores. Just search Hit That Line Now. It's fueled by Taco Bell.
Hi, I'm Kelly Smith, owner of Dixie Digital Imaging. Are you stuck in a paper jam of printer prices? Paper cuts from budget cuts? Don't throw in the towel. Call Dixie Digital Imaging and dive into our new and used inventory blowout. We're slashing prices on top-of-the-line Xerox, Brother, and Epson printers and multifunction devices, gently used or brand new models that are tired of being in our warehouse. Don't miss out on these deals. Call 479-783-6600 for more details. Quantities and availability are limited. Dixie Digital Imaging, bringing document innovations to the River Valley.
Evan Cohen here from Unsportsmanlike on ESPN Radio for True Green. Are you ready to elevate your lawn game without breaking the bank? True Green has been the trusted choice for over 2 million homeowners for over 50 years. Visit TrueGreen.com and discover the easiest and affordable way to achieve a pro-level lawn guaranteed. Plus, enjoy True Green's verified price matching, ensuring you get the best lawn for the best price. Visit TrueGreen.com and transform your lawn effortlessly. That's TrueGreen.com. Your dream lawn is just around the corner.
AAA Business Systems is your printer, copier, and production print solutions provider. What makes AAA unique? Ricoh, Sharp, and Brother equipment. Fast, friendly service from our office technology experts. All-inclusive service contracts, managed IT services, and 4 locations statewide. AAA Business Systems. Find us online at AAABM.com. AAA Business Systems. Anything else is just a copy.
Precision Garage Door features the finest quality materials, installation, and service for all your garage door needs, including garage door repair and new garage doors and openers. Fully licensed and insured with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call Precision Garage Door today at 844-PDS-DOOR or check them out online at PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Financing is available. Precision Garage Door, voted best garage door company of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
Hey, it's Matt Jones. Join me, Phil, and Dr. Charles Liggett every Monday at 12:15 for my favorite segment, 3 Up, 3 Down.
I don't think Rodgers is going out the way Elway did.
I hope he does. I hope he plays for the Jets.
That's right, Dolphins fan. Makes sense.
I'm a patient there, and you can be too. 3 Up, 3 Down is presented by River Valley Smile Center. Visit rivervalleysmiles.com or give them a call at 479-646-0706. That's River Valley Smile Center. When you come here, you become family.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
Do you enjoy lunch with me?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's not any better than anybody else's lunch or anything like that, but I mean, it's all right.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
All right, here's the obligatory Hunter Henry question. How often do you get asked about 4th and 25 at Ole Miss? Or is it kind of played out a little bit, not as much as it used to be?
Yeah, it's funny. There's been as I've gotten older in the league too. There's been a few guys. This year especially, we signed a guy like week 4 or 5. He ended up actually playing and being our center, and he was from Ole Miss. And I mean, I think he's on his rookie. I think he was a rookie or either in his second year. So I mean, it's been a while since that play happened. I mean, we're coming up on like 10 years, I think, which is kind of crazy. But it's we were talking about it, and I was like, yeah, I used to beat up on Ole Miss back in the day. He was like, oh yeah, you went to Arkansas and all that stuff. He was like, man, it was crazy that one play, where the guy like threw it and then y'all like threw it around and stuff. And I was like, yeah, that play was crazy, huh? I was like, it was even crazier. I was like, that was me. And he was like, what? Are you serious? I was like,
That's
yeah,
funny.
bro, that was me.
That's
so it's
funny.
kind of crazy how it's come full circle that like just a guy that's like that young that was probably like watching it in the stands or just on TV or something and end up playing Ole Miss like 9 years later, still remembers that. And so it was it's pretty wild.
That's literally not giving up on a play. I
you
mean, it's
won't
just
see that.
crazy.
You
Well,
won't see that again.
What ended up happening was just fortuitous or whatever. But not giving up on the play. Like, how many guys just end up getting tackled there? And just
Yeah, that was like my one thing I always watched in college. I was like, man, if I ever get in that situation, I don't want to go down with the ball. Like, at least just throw it. And like maybe it dribbles and they recover it. Like maybe they recover it. But like I was like, dude, might as well. And I don't know. It just some happenstance that that happens to me like in the game. So it was pretty wild.
You think about that play. Hunter, NFL. Dan Skipper, NFL. Alex Collins, NFL. Heady football players. I mean, that's a playground play. But it's got to be executed. I mean, that's why it never happens.
Well, 3 great athletes.
That's why
too.
That's my point.
Yeah.
That's my point.
And they all played the right role.
The principles in the play were all pretty good football players.
Yeah. And you couldn't have made it work if you switched any of the roles. You know what I mean? Like you running with the ball like Alex did.
Yeah, true.
Or trying to tip it like,
Yeah,
that's
it's just crazy how it all.
It's just wild, yeah.
I've talked about. I mean, honestly, it wasn't planned. Like no one knew I was going to do that. So I think that was the craziest part about it. And it landed in the perfect guys. Like it was just all like just lined up perfect.
I'm trying to remember.
He catches the ball like 15 yards before the first down mark.
Right.
What are they doing throwing it to him for?
Yeah.
He got no chance.
Yeah.
And then he throws it back,
That's
and
just-
the rest is history.
It's just one of those miracle type plays.
Yeah.
So you got to New England. Was Belichick still in New England? I'm trying to remember the years.
Yeah, I played 3 years with.
Okay.
with
Okay. So it all runs together for me at this point. What was that experience like for you?
Yeah, it's incredible. I mean, he's like a football savant. Like he just is brilliant. Just a brilliant football mind. I have so much respect for Bill. I always had a lot of respect for him from afar. Just playing against him through the years, like just everything they like. When I would go against their defenses, it was always just so complex. But then when I got in there, I realized it was like complex to the outside, but like they kept in a way like everybody knew their role, knew their just what to do. He could break down a game and like in front of us, in front of a team, and just like show you exactly how you either you win the game or you lose the game, and usually it always lined up with his keys and how games are won and lost in the NFL, and obviously it's proven. He did so well for so long, and man, it was just an honor. I learned so much from him, and he honestly made me, I think lengthened my career in a way, just like knowledge wise. I feel like I've grown so much just learning from him.
What do you want to do next when you're done with the NFL? I know it's not like anytime soon, but like whenever your time.
I don't know, man. I think there's going to be options. You
do a show?
I'm all ears for anything. So
it's going to be on TV.
He's going to do a show.
It's going to be on TV.
Yeah. Who knows?
Join the Pat McAfee show. He won't have time for us. He'll be on the Pat McAfee show.
Well, but he'll, I'm sure, think back. That's where it all started, right there.
Right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Right here, the Chuck and Bo show.
Yeah.
Couple old guys and Hunter. You don't look like you've aged at all.
That's good.
I mean, I think so. Yeah.
I think
Congratulations.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, Chuck hasn't either.
Something about working. Something about I'm sure Hunter works out every day and all that stuff. That probably helps.
Yeah.
Do you have any cheat days, like food wise?
Oh yeah, for sure. Sure. I am good about my diet, but I am not like a stiffler on my diet either.
Yeah.
Like I try to eat good as much as I can, but I also feel like there needs to be some leniency, at least for myself. So definitely.
Yeah. What do you think about this Kentucky-Arkansas game on Saturday?
I'm excited. I think it'll be cool.
Would you like? I just think it'd be one of those moments. I root for great moments. I mean, obviously you want them to win and have a great year, but they're not. It's not going well right now.
Right.
But you talk about a memorable moment. Going in there, all this noise Kentucky fans are going to be making about Cal. Like, I don't know why they're going to boo him. He did a lot of great things there.
Mm-hmm.
But if you walked out of Rupp Arena with a win.
Yeah, I mean, I think that would be really cool. I mean, these last few games, they played a little more scrappy and played a brand of ball that I think they can find ways to win. Obviously, this past weekend, they didn't, do enough to pull that win out, but they're playing probably a brand of basketball that they need to play right now. Tough, physical play. We got to play a little bit, maybe a more consistent defense. But I think I know Cal will be excited to go in there, and hopefully all the guys will rally behind them too. I think that's you gotta be excited for the moment. I could think back to the game. My first year in New England was we played. Tom came back and played us in New England, and I remember just everything surrounding that game, like the exterior and all that stuff, and just how big the moment.
Yeah, what was
felt.
that? What was that like? Tom Brady comes back to New England.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was like my third game being back too. And it was Sunday Night Football. It was a wild thing. And then
so it's a different environment. Like you're giving us some insight to what it's going to be like.
Yeah, I mean,
for those
maybe not
guys.
to that extreme, maybe like
I
just
don't know.
because, but it might in a way. I mean, he did a lot for that program, Cal did, and then the same, like obviously what Tom did for New England for 20 years. I mean, it was crazy. So I think Saturday will be. It'll be rocking in there for sure. I mean, who knows if they boo, but think about all he did for Kentucky through those years, just SEC championships, bringing a national championship, all the unreal players that walked through that door, with Cal there. So, I mean, he did a lot for that program.
I don't know. I think he'll get booed. But Brady didn't get booed, did he?
Well, they don't blame Brady.
No.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, they blame outside forces for Brady not being there now.
Why would you blame Brady, man?
Right. Yeah.
Greatest football player of all time, and guy that has had so much success, and just everything he does, man. Works hard. You think back to his beginning too, such an underdog and back up, 6th round pick, no one gave him a chance, and look what he did with everything. That
amazing story.
It is the business
unreal.
of football too, though.
Yeah.
Because it's not like his performance was fading.
Oh, you talking about how it ended?
Yeah, how it ended. That's the business of football right there. I would think.
Yeah. I mean, it was definitely a tough thing for Patriot fans to see him move on and obviously go down there and win. But I think a lot of people were still cheering for him.
Oh, I'm sure they were
in that Super Bowl, because I mean he brought so much to the New England area for so many years. I mean, and man, to win 7 championships in the NFL is impressive.
Hunter Henry, we'll get you out of here with this. Maybe we can talk about it next week some more. But how does an NFL player watch the Super Bowl?
Well,
is that different than the rest of us?
Yeah, I'm not watching it really. I'm not like locked in on it. I'll watch it and just
you get
I'll
footballed out. You get footballed out.
I do enjoy watching the playoffs for sure. During the season, I'm not watching every game, but a few games I'll watch. But I'm a football junkie. Like, I love watching it. If there's a good game, I'm gonna turn it on and watch it. But
Chuck's having a party if you want to go.
Oh.
It ends at halftime.
Ooh.
It ends at halftime.
Yeah. Everybody out at halftime.
Yeah. So if you're looking for like a first half spot,
that's right.
You got a Chuck's.
Love it.
Good to see you, man.
Yeah, man.
Thank you,
Happy
Hunter.
for you. You're you make Razorback fans proud.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate it.
Always good to see you. Hunter Henry on the Chuck and Bo Show. 8:47. Back in a minute.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
All right, well, congratulations.
Hey, sir, I made some good calls today.
You sure did. You sure did.
Being a Razorback fan isn't just about the game. It's about the community, the tradition, and the moments that matter. At Blakeman's Fine Jewelry, the official jeweler of the Arkansas Razorbacks, they understand the importance of those moments. That's why they offer a selection of fine jewelry that goes beyond the ordinary, just like our hogs. Visit Blakeman's Fine Jewelry in Rogers, where you'll find that perfect piece to celebrate your Razorback spirit and the special moments in your life.
Flight by Yuengling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yuengling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yuengling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yuengling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Our New Year's sale is on at Chevrolet of Fayetteville. Get total New Year's savings up to $13,000 on select in-stock new 2024 Silverados. That's up to $13,000 in total savings on a new Silverado. Limited time only during our New Year's sale at Chevrolet of Fayetteville in the Fayetteville Auto Park. Chevrolet, together let's drive. ChevroletofFayetteville.com. Savings include dealer discounts and all incentives on select models. Must qualify. See dealer for details. Expires 3/3/25.
If you suffer from sleep apnea, but you can't stand wearing your CPAP machine, I've got good news. And you need it because not wearing your CPAP can lead to severe health problems.
Sleep is probably God's gift of medicine that we really don't utilize enough. If you don't have good sleep, you're not only affecting your body, it can affect your heart, it can affect your lungs, it can increase weight gain. If you don't get good sleep, you also are not filtering your brain well. So sleep's very, very important.
Dr. Scotty Boulding, who's an Arkansas native and world-renowned surgeon, has proven surgical alternatives that can improve your airway and help you breathe better.
If you have obstructive sleep apnea, it needs to be treated. So you need to be wearing your CPAP. So if you're not wearing your CPAP, there are some potential surgical solutions that can help you that actually work today. By correcting the jaw deformities that may be causing this obstructive sleep apnea is where we focus.
Call Dr. Boulding's office today at 479-755-3000 for a consultation and tell them you heard it on the Chuck and Bo Show.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
Good morning, Smack Daddy. What's happening?
What's up, Bald Brotherhood?
There you go.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, it's Matt Jones. Join me, Phil, and Dr. Charles Liggett every Monday at 12:15 for my favorite segment, 3 Up, 3 Down.
I don't think Rodgers is going out the way Elway did.
I hope he does. I hope he plays for the Jets.
That's right, Dolphins fan. Makes sense.
I'm a patient there, and you can be too. 3 Up, 3 Down is presented by River Valley Smile Center. Visit rivervalleysmiles.com or give them a call at 479-646-0706. That's River Valley Smile Center. When you come here, you become family.
Precision Garage Door features the finest quality materials, installation, and service for all your garage door needs, including garage door repair and new garage doors and openers. Fully licensed and insured with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call Precision Garage Door today at 844-PDS-DOOR or check them out online at PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Financing is available. Precision Garage Door, voted best garage door company of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
The Neumeier family is a mainstay in Fort Smith, and their newest restaurant, the Whippoorwill, has so much to offer. Friday night catfish, good. Tuesday nights, kids 10 and under eat free with an adult meal purchase. Don't forget about Whippoorwill for every Hogs game with their massive projection screen. For catering options, call 479-769-2095. Neumeier's Whippoorwill Restaurant, now a part of the Neumeier family.
Ready to explore beyond the beaten path? Discover the Range Rover lineup at Land Rover of Little Rock. Experience handcrafted luxury with the capability to take on any adventure. The elegant Range Rover offers unmatched performance and first-class luxury. The Range Rover is built for every journey. Visit Land Rover of Little Rock today and explore our incredible Range Rover selection. Plus, take advantage of our promotions and recently revamped service department. Visit us at 25 Colonel Glenn Plaza Drive or log on at LandRoverLittleRock.com.
You're listening to the Chuck and Bo Show on ESPN 95.3.
Can I just tell you, I love getting to know you.
Yeah, whatever.
It's been such a good year getting to know you.
Yeah, well,
I'm really looking forward to 25.
Imagine how much fun it's been for me.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
No, go ahead, imagine.
Yeah, I do. I imagine how much fun it's been for you. I mean, it's just you're amused by it all.
No, I am.
That's what you are. On your birthday, you're amused.
At the end of the day, that's all we're trying to do is just amuse ourselves.
Can I buy you a margarita later today?
Oh, yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
yeah.
that'd be
We
awesome.
got a tiki hut somewhere nearby. Yeah. Pretend we're at the beach.
Yeah, that sounds fun. That sounds
okay.
great.
Oh, well, hey, I'm going to get to spend some time with Chuck. How about
It's never
this?
going to happen. It's never going to happen. Come
The
on.
birthday wishes are rolling in here, Chuck.
Yeah, it is very
They're
nice.
coming in.
And
Happy
I
birthday.
do appreciate it.
Happy birthday from McDonald Eye.
Nice of you
Happy
guys to
birthday
bring
from
that
Weichert
up.
Realtors.
Thank you.
Happy birthday from the Fayetteville Auto Park.
That's wonderful. Thank you.
This flight by Yingling just said happy birthday when you took a pull off of it during the break.
It's a little warm, but it's all right.
still birthday.
Yeah.
First Security Bank wants to wish you a happy birthday.
That is very nice.
Pasco Air, but they want to make sure all your and you know what? Blakeman said, "Come on by. They got something for you." on your
Oh,
birthday.
okay. Yeah, I'll bet. Ben's got a great deal for me.
Yeah.
Special birthday.
Just something, just the right touch of class for Chuck.
Yeah, that'd be
You
nice.
are a touch of class.
Okay.
Happy birthday from all of Van Buren. Every bit of Van Buren.
The entire town.
Yeah. Bill and Van Buren, on behalf of Van Buren.
I've spent a lot of time in Van
We'd
Buren
like to
in
wish
my
Chuck
day. It's been a while.
a happy birthday. But boy, Hunter was great, wasn't he?
He was
nice
good.
to have Hunter Henry.
He was good.
What a fine
He carries
Arkansan.
himself so well.
Oh, my
and handles himself very, very well.
It's inspiring, honestly.
He's
Like
a lot
the consistency of who Hunter Henry has been.
Hunter's like probably 30, 32. He's more mature than I am.
Oh, he's a breath of fresh air. Dear Chuck.
Oh, come on.
Thank you.
You're just making
for
that
all
up.
the calls. For the times it's good and the times it's not. You are the constant voice
now
for
you're
every
mocking me.
Razorback fan.
Now he's mocking.
Signed. Nobody signed it. But happy birthday.
April 8th is Bo's birthday. I've got that day
We'll be
circled.
counting down the days.
I've got that day circled on my calendar. We're not going to have to wait till 6:45 that morning.
Jeez. We got to get you a cupcake with a candle in it.
I'll eat it.
Yeah. I'm
No, it's very nice. Thank you.
No, well, honestly,
I
ha-
appreciate
happy
that.
birthday.
I appreciate that.
Enjoy
That's
your
very
day.
nice. Thank you.
And go Chiefs.
Yeah, whatever. That was my favorite. Happy birthday, go Chiefs.
You have a great
Having
Wednesday.
Great vision enhances every part of life. That's why I go to McDonald Eye Associates. Whether it's a pair of readers or LASIK surgery, you know you're in good hands. You've heard former quarterback and now coach Ty Storey